We're good. A very good evening to you, straight out of Miale 72 Lounge. This is Obinna Show Live. Another beautiful evening. We get to convene here and get to share ideas or concepts or some funny stories. But today, we are here to make amends and also make a few confessions. Ladies and gentlemen, karibuni sana. Thank you so much for the subscriptions, for the views, for the likes, and for sharing with your friends and let them know that here at Obinna Show Live, we get to host the top guests in the country and we get to share about matters that are currently affecting us, some as Gen Z or millennials or old school. We get to broadcast live from Yale Lounge. It's in Lavington. This place is absolutely beautiful. They have ample parking space. They have a car wash on site. They have cubicles. If you like your privacy, this is the best place to come through. And their food, they never go wrong. So if you happen to come to Miale Lounge, pass by, just tell them Obinna recommended you and get yourself that Miale special. It is a special type of chicken. There's a special way they make it. And when you get to taste it, you'll sure thank me. If you're holding a birthday party, a celebration, maybe you want to do a baby shower, maybe you want to do just an event, or you want to club, this is the best place to be. They have food, they have tea and the likes, coffee, and also drinks. All right. So with that said, without much further ado, tonight's episode is a special edition. We normally go live on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday sometimes, but today we're going live on a Friday. Wow. The reason is the lady that I'm interviewing tonight has been on the news or in controversies for the last 1 week or so. A video surfaced online where she was being very rude to a taxi driver, and it went viral and a lot of people came guns blazing. And she reached out to me earlier today morning. She was like, Obinna, I need to say my side of the story. I shared the video a couple of days ago. I was like, I'm looking for the lady. I'm also looking for the taxi driver. The reason is I felt the taxi driver was very calm and collected with everything that was happening. So I need to get his side of the story and also we just get to, you know, maybe reward the guy because he was very grounded. A lot of us men, if we're in that situation, we might have lost it. And also wanted to sit down with the lady and get to understand what was happening, what was going through her mind during that whole set. She's here with us today. How are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
Mimi niko sawa, uko fiti?
Niko fiti sana.
Karibu.
Asante.
We? Umetusumbua? 1 week.
Sorry for the 5 days.
So your name is Brenda?
My name is Brenda Terry Njeri.
Brenda Terry Njeri.
Yes.
Watu wanasema ukai kama video yenye ulikuwa ndani. Wanasema aki makeup wewe.
Aki makeup wewe.
Aki makeup wewe.
Hatuwezi parara kila siku.
Okay. All right. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Thank you for creating time to come to Obinna Show Live.
And thank you also for creating time for me. Because I really need to say my side of the story.
Okay.
Yeah, because out here people are judging me, thinking I'm a crazy girl.
Okay.
Who went just out of the blues and abusing a taxi driver.
Okay.
Which it was not what I intended to do to him.
Okay. Lakini umechelewa. You lied to us. You're on your way for like 2 hours. What was happening? From town to Lavington is not 2 hours.
I was not from town. When I was calling you, I was coming from my sister's place.
But when you spoke, you were in town. When I called you, you told me you were in town. Yeah.
Yes, I was at work.
Okay.
I had to go home, finish up a couple of things, and then
Fanya makeup alafu come.
No, not makeup, precisely. I had to go talk to my farm. I had to tell them I'm coming live today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey,
so they all know.
I was just like, nafika tu saisai, nafika mapi. I was just calling you. I'm like, where's the lady? So first of all, I thought it's someone fake. Because I was like, why is this lady taking too long to get here from town? It's like, nafika. But finally, you're here.
Yeah.
Asante and karibu.
Asante.
Maji umepewa? Water.
Yeah, maji.
Unataka kitu ingine, maybe double shot, maybe gin or whiskey?
I am clean from alcohol right now.
Umewacha pombe baridi.
Pombe
ama umewacha pombe kwa bar? Unawacha pombe mpaka babako wa notice?
Yeah, mpaka mamangu wa notice na babangu wa notice.
Umetutesa for 1 week, but it's fine. We'll get to that in a short while. So for the people who maybe have not seen the video, I'm going to give you a chance to familiarize yourself with the video. It is about 15 minutes long, but it is very interesting. So it's worth it. So for the ones who have not seen the video, who don't know what we're talking about, maybe you're just tuning into Obinna Show Live and you're like, what did she do? Alifanya nini? Here goes. In 3, 2, 1, hit it!
Nini umekunywa?
Ulikuwa umenikunyisha.
Unafungua gari mpaka ikienda.
Ni sawa. Ulikuwa umenikunyisha mimi. Na pombe ulikuwa umenikunyisha mimi.
Mama wako amesema nikupeleke mpaka nyumbani atalipa.
Atalipa.
Na sikushukishi hii gari kama sijakufikisha kwenye mama yako wako. Period.
Ndio ufanye nini?
Mahari yako ndio nakupeleka. Mimi nimeambiwa na mzazi wako mahari nimekupa. Si umesema
ukamfanya nini?
Si umesema umeporwa.
Swali ukamtombe mkamfanya nini?
Umesema umeporwa, umesema umefanywa hizo vitu zote. Ukiniita nikubebe, si umesema umeporwa vitu.
Nimekuita kitu yoyote. Hakuna mali nilikuwa nimekuita.
So mimi najua mpaka hapi yako iko on, so nakupeleka mpaka kwa mzazi wako.
Ndio maana unanigonga hadi mpaka maji.
Alternatively tuingie police station.
You don't know my dad, you're talking to my mom. You don't know my fucking dad.
Sasa
you're talking to my mom.
Unafungua gari yako mradi ikienda.
Do you know you are risking?
You know you are risking your life.
You don't know my dad. You don't know my dad. What the fuck is that?
Mbona ufungue gari mlango?
Are you my parents?
Hii gari unajua. Hii gari unajua ni nani? Wewe unajua hii gari ni nani?
Nakuuliza aje, wewe ni mama yangu. Hii gari
Ushaiona mtu akifungua gari mlango ikienda?
Nakuuliza aje, wewe ni mama yangu.
Umeiona mtu
akifungua? Are you my parents?
No, I'm not.
Yes.
I'm just a driver.
What do you care about me then? Fuck me, cut off. Shukisha hapa chini. Ni nini unashinda ukinisumbua wewe? Gasia takataka. Unanisumbua nini wewe?
Kazi ni ngumu.
Wewe.
Sifunge kioo na mlango. Unafungua gari ikienda ya nini?
Uifanya nini?
Mama yako amenipea instructions.
Gari naweza ifungua tu hivi na bado nifungue mlango na niende. Utafanya nini? Utafanya nini? Maisha ni yangu.
Mbona unafungua gari mlango ikienda?
Ni mama yako, maisha ni yangu. Ni mama yako. Ni mama yako. Hapana. Kazi ni ngumu, tafuta kazi nyingine, Gasia.
Kazi ni ngumu.
Hakuna mali nimekwambia unisaidie.
Mbona umerequest simu na simu inajiita Brian? Brian ni nani?
Brian is my boyfriend and this is his phone.
Na sasa si ulirequest gari?
Niache.
Na kama ulirequest gari na simu ya Brian, bora usikoperate.
Mimi request gari na sikujua unanikujia. Unaelewa? Na hata venye nilikuacha pale, ndio hapo ndio ungeniacha.
Mbona umenipea namba ya mama yako ni yeye?
Usiniache hata katikati ya barabara uone kama sitafika kwetu. Gasia. Nataka kunionyesha nini wewe?
Madozi yote ni yangu.
Mbwa wewe.
Kwa ni wewe.
Na nimekwambia wewe ni mbwa. Peleka wapi?
Welcome to the taxi world.
Utanipeleka wapi?
Mimi nakupeleka penye mama yako ameniambia nikupeleke.
Pale mamangu amenyambia.
Alternatively kama utashuka hii gari na kuingiza police station.
Suniingize. Kwa nini unaogopa? Suniingize. Kuna fikira wazazi wangu na pesa. Suniingize sahi.
Lakini wewe
suniingize. Nini unashinda ukingojea na hii gari yako?
Gari yangu hivyo. Utapasua gari.
Nakwambia, nini unashinda ukingojea na hii mkebe yako?
Acha hii mkebe ndio umerequest ikibebe.
Hii mkebe ingiza hapa.
Hii mkebe ndio umeita ikubebe.
Hapa shooters kuna police station, sawa? Ingiza hapo. Ingiza hapo.
Okay. Sasa huko unangoga ukiharibu gari utafanya.
Unaniambia nini wewe? Ungekuwa mwanaume unganishukisha huko.
Siwezi kushukisha.
Ungekuwa umeshuka.
Wewe ni kama dada yangu.
Dada yako nani? Mimi na kasista yako mimi. Mimi siwezi kuwa sister.
The only problem is what you unaona zile vitu unatumia ni mbaya na zinakuharibu.
Umeninunulia hizo vitu zote unasema natumia. Nijipende?
Yes.
Wewe jipende zaidi.
First you don't abuse people you don't know.
Range Rover.
Siwezi fanya na Range Rover. Siwezi fanya na Range Rover taxi.
Malaya Gasia takataka. Unaniambia nini wewe?
Hirumisha hiyo ndio ndiraruma.
Nimekoruma.
Wewe ni mvuki kwa hiyo ndio unalikuwa.
Ongea pale ugodie. Ukamie kama ukakeke. Na sasa za kupigia nduru na upigiwa hapa. Na upigiwa hapa kambi hapa kwa barabara na uchomwe. Usinichezee. Mungu wa wewe. Unajaribu kuniambia nini? Tunaniambia mama yangu amekupigia simu. Mama yangu amekupigia na kutangazia ujinga. Usimletee.
Hao chimani penye nimekubeba. Wamesema umeshuka pikipiki. Mbona unasema umeibiwa na watu wa Uber na umeshuka pikipiki?
Nimeibiwa na mtu wa Uber. Na mtu wa Uber ameniambia nini? Nishuke hapa ndio nimefika. Nikamwambia acha nichukue simu yangu. Akaenda.
So ulikuwa na simu ya bro ya your boyfriend only?
Yes. And this is it.
Na si mbaya juu imekusaidia ndio umenipata nayo. But sasa the question is, mbona usijipende? Mbona unatusi watu?
Sasa wewe na kutusi si unishukisha hapa katikati ya barabara na hakuna kitu kichaka. Hii kichaka mzima.
Mbona nifanye hivyo? You are like my sister.
I'm not your sister. I'm not your fucking sister.
You know, you're very provocative, eh? Unaweza provoke mtu sana. Unajua the moment mwanaume huwa atusiwi. Unaona vile unanitusi hizo matusi.
Mwanaume, wewe ni mwanaume wangu.
Mimi nimekubeba. At least unafaa kuwe na courtesy. Kutusi mtu si vizuri.
Unafanya nini? Sina kulipa.
Si vizuri kutusi mtu. Unaona kutusi mtu yeyote katika hii maisha si vizuri.
Sawa,
imagine mimi ningekutusi ungesikia aje?
Utafanya nini kubwa je nimekutusi? Nini kubwa unaweza nifanyia? Niambie.
Wewe huwezi fanywa kitu. Si umeniambia wazazi wako ni matajiri sana.
Si ni matajiri. Nini kubwa unaweza nifanyia mimi?
Sasa according to you, vile mzazi wako ameniambia nikupeleke kwenu kwake nyumbani na kukuacha hapo mahali ulikuwa na uko na simu ya boyfriend, which ni gani inakaa wise?
Ni gani na wakaa wise? Sina bado ningepata tu a way to go home. You think it's the first time I've gone home like that?
Ukiwa hivyo.
It's not.
So wanakujua unakunywanga hivyo unakuwa
unakunywanga mpaka na mama yangu.
Your mom pia analewa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know why you're getting confused about it.
Mbona aniambie nikupeleke na wakati umeanza kupiga nduru tena anasema mahali huko pia ushukishwe hapa uende ukarare kwa Crea. Crea ni your friend ama?
Crea is my sister. Bullshit. You don't even know shit. Just shut up.
I'm just a new person.
Yeah, and shove it in your fucking ass. Write it in a paper and shove it in your fucking ass. I don't give a fuck.
Kazi ni ngumu.
You think I care?
Oh yes. Cry.
Unafikiria je nimeibiwa leo ati hiyo ndio siku ya kwanza kuibiwa?
Na sasa watanilipa nikikupeleka?
Sijui. Toka joke mbele.
Ni guesswork. I'll do this.
And sasa ndio utajua mamangu ni nani jua atakulipa.
It's okay.
Nifikishe.
I'm okay. Mimi asiponilipa I'll be just fine.
Nifikishe.
As long as nothing has happened to you, I am okay.
Unajua nini? Mimi unijui.
As long as hujafanyiwa
nifikishe. My dad will believe everything I say.
Wow.
Nifikishe sahi. You are a rapist. You are everything I'm gonna say. Nifikishe sahi.
What? Okay.
Nifikishe.
So this is what you do to other drivers, ama ni mimi too?
Everyone.
This is what you do to them?
Yeah.
And you don't care?
I don't care. I don't give two hoots about you. Who are you? Why should I care about you?
So mwaibeba na driver mwingine ukamfanyia the same thing unanifanyia?
Nimekwambia nifikishe kwetu ndio ujue. Nifikishe. Na uone tukiingia kwa entrance venye nitakupigia nduru wewe. Nifikishe. Alalala. Kwani wewe unafikiria wewe ndio wa kwanza? Nifikishe. Muda nifikishe mtaa. Nikuonyeshe.
So hata sitalipwa.
Good Samaritan. Nifikishe nikuonyeshe.
Good Samaritan.
Good Samaritan. Roho safi. Nifikishe nikuonyeshe.
Why would you do that to an innocent person? Mwenye anatry kukusaidia.
Ukinipigia makelele, nifikisha kwa mamangu nikuonyeshe. Before unifikisha na kupigia nduru tukiingia. Nifikishe nikuonyeshe. Ndio mimi ni nani? Nifikishe nikuonyeshe.
Na sasa ukinipigia nduru.
Nifikishe. Ala, na
nimekusaidia.
Hapa tu nduru hapa right. Nifikishe nikuonyeshe.
Na ningekuwa mbaya nikose kukuchukua.
Unikosa kunichukua kwani wewe ni wetu. Usingeniacha kwa barabara.
Na simu ya Brian.
Brian ni wenu.
Ndiye mwenye hapo.
Unajua Brian?
Umeitisha na simu yake?
Unga cancel. Haya, nifikishe. Nikuonyeshe. Nifikishe nikuonyeshe. Utajua wazazi wanagepanga mtu. Nifikishe nikuonyeshe pale. Si mbali. Pale tu bypass. Nifikishe nikuonyeshe.
Na nikikuingiza station wakukujia station.
Ni sawa.
Police station.
Si ni sawa. Sinifikisha hiyo station uone.
Station utanipigia ndio.
Sinifikisha hiyo station nikuonyesha wewe. Nifikishe hiyo station.
Yaani wewe unaona uko right through. Wewe uko sayangi unakuanga right.
Nakwambia nifikishe hii station. Unaona ukifika pale bypass. Hata siende hivi juu. Shuka tu hivi chini na mawe mbili police station sawa. Anti yangu atakuwa hapo.
Oh, ni polisi pia.
Acha nikuonyeshe.
So, okay. So unakunyonga na your mom?
I don't care. How does that concern you? Nakunyonga na shosho yako.
Ni vile umeniambia mnakunyonga na yeye.
Inakuhusu aje?
Lakini mrembo, you're very young. Mbona usibadilike jamani?
What does that concern you? Nibadilike nikufanya nini? Nioe kuka yako.
Na uko na potential.
Ama nioe kuka, ama nioe anko yako.
Usibadilike.
Nibadilike nioe anko yako.
My sister.
Ama nikuoe. Ama nifanye nini?
Uko na future nzuri.
Pita hapa. Cheremka hivi chini yenda police station mali iko. Acha kushiluki nisumbua mbwa wewe. Unaniambia nini?
It's not good. Au kai hizo matusi una mention such words kumentioniwa na msichana, they are very disrespectful.
Sawa.
Why don't you respect yourself?
Nafikiri mimi nataka kuheshimiwa. Mimi sijakwambia ni heshima. Cheki pita hivi. Uingie hivi. Uingie hivi mawe mbili police station. Ingia hapo anti yangu hapo. Ingia hapo. Mungu. Unaniambia nini? Wewe ni nani kwanza kwa maisha yangu?
If you don't change and leave those things you're using, you'll spoil your future.
The things you're using, do you buy me?
I don't.
Do you buy me?
But you're under influence.
Yes, under influence.
Yeah.
Of your uncle, of your mom, or am your father, or your siblings. Shut up.
You need to change your ways. Unapotea njia na ujui.
Napotea njia. Nenda ukasindikishe sister yako, mama yako huko kwenye utamsindikisha. Na umjengee nyumba, umejengea mama yako nyumba. Kama hujamjengea nyumba, shut your fucking mouth and shove it to your fucking ass. Whatever you have to tell me, shove it in your ass. I don't want to hear it. Okay? Sawa. I'm not your sister, I'm not your cousin, I'm not your family. Shove it in your fucking ass. You understand me?
Okay.
Yes. Shuka hivi uende police station. Wacha kushinda ukinitishia hapa tusijui unanipeleka police station ama unanipeleka wapi. Nishukisha hapa, niende penye naenda. Mbwa wewe. Unaniambia nini? Mimi unaweza niambia kubwa ya maisha yangu. Nini uko nayo kubwa ya maisha yangu mimi? Acha unangabu. Nishukisha. Peleka kwa mama yangu na kulipe na nilale na kesho asubuhi nivute bangi na niamke nivute bangi na nifanye kile nafanya. Si ati uniambia hapo ujinga, unanitangazia ujinga kama nani mimi?
You know one day you'll have children, huh?
Want children? Your children.
You'll have kids one day.
Your children.
And they're going to look up to you.
Mimi sitaki wajinga watoto wajinga kama wewe. Wajinga watoto kama wewe. Sizitaka.
Always behave.
Na sitawahi pata watoto. Wacha tu nikwambie tu leo sitaipata watoto. Umeelewa? Sitawahi. Nenda kwenye utaenda, mpeleke kwenye utapeleka.
They will look up to you.
Wewe wenye umepata wame look up to you, wamekuwa Uber driver.
It's good to be respectful.
Mimi mtoto wangu hawezi kuwa Uber driver mimi.
It's good to respect.
Do you know the IQ I have? Do you know the IQ I have?
No.
I have bachelor's in business information technology.
Why are you not using it in a good way?
Yeah.
But you don't use it to abuse people. Ama yako inakuonesha
but my IQ is far away. Okay. Way up than your head. Wewe unaendesha tu gari hapa. Mimi naweza endesha bila hata miwani. Na nione hii ni bump na niruke na niende kwetu.
Okay.
Unaniambia unanitangazia nini ujinga? Ujinga ndio nakabo. Ati unafikiria ati because umenifikisha kwetu mamangu anaweza kufanya nini? Haizi kutomba, nakwambia. Mamangu is a single mom na haizi kutomba. Jaka kagari kako kadogo, kagari kako kadogo. Muuliza kuna gari ngapi kwa garage amezipaka kwa ndani. You cannot even fucking satisfy her. You're not even close to my league. Bullshit.
But it's good to humble yourself.
Humble myself for what? for people like you.
Mungu akubariki. It's so that Mungu akubariki.
Peleka huo gasia yako huko katome huko maumbwa ama ufanye kenye utafanya na makusi huko nje. Usiniambie mimi. Nenda kutusi na ukifika uambie mamangu nimekutusi na hakuna kitu atanifanyia. Nitakwambia yeye amekutusi, nitaongea na yeye. Na yeye imeisha.
Yeah.
Hakuna kitu ataniambia.
Do you have brothers?
Why do you like here? Why is that your problem?
Do you have sisters?
You have sperms. Go produce them. Yes. Go produce them. You have sperms. Go give out everywhere you want.
You're a spoiled child. I'm surprised.
How does that concern? Unaona jua mwenye mnaongea na yeye hapo. Utajua.
Wow. Yeah. So strangely enough, I had not watched the whole video.
Me too.
Oh, you too? Are you not the one in the video?
I am the one.
But you are not watched what you...
Yeah, I didn't.
Wow. Okay, I could have known that video had such words, you could have censored them, so I apologize for everybody watching. We did not know. The video we had was very short, so the director got the full video and we were like, okay, why not? We didn't know it was that graphic, so apologies for that. Your apologies too.
Yeah.
Let me just start by asking you, are you okay?
What do you mean by,
sour?
am I okay? Don't I look okay to you?
No, people look okay, but they are broken inside from within. Are you okay? Okay, first of all, let's start with, are you sober now?
Yeah.
Were you sober then?
No.
Are you bipolar? Do you have any issue with mental wellness?
Nah.
So you are okay? You're
100.
sure?
100.
Watching this video, are you proud about yourself?
Partially, no.
Partially. Okay, in this whole video, which part are you proud of?
The part that I'm asking him, Mono Menigonga, you know, let me explain what happened. What really happened. It was on a Sunday.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Breathe. We're still just breaking down and analyzing. We start to get a feel of everything. So you said you're partially proud of everything that happened.
Now, okay.
Okay.
I'm not okay with the video itself.
You're not okay with the video itself?
Yeah.
Okay. Your mom, your dad, are they happy? Have they seen the video?
Yes.
Are they proud of you? Your siblings?
As much as they wouldn't tell me,
Yeah.
I know they're not proud of me.
They're not proud of you.
They just want to make me feel comfortable because everyone right now is judging me.
Okay, your friends?
My friends, they're telling me I'm trending, but as much as they tell me I'm trending, they're just laughing. And I know they're not even okay with it, themselves.
Your colleagues?
My colleagues are not also okay with it.
Your bosses?
He was not okay with it, apparently.
Your boyfriend, Brian?
He's so disappointed with me.
He's not broken up with you yet? Just asking. I'm just asking. Yeah. Now, first question.
Yeah.
Babako ni nani?
My dad.
Who is your father? In the video, you just keep on saying, you don't know who my dad is. You don't know who is your dad. Babako ni nani? Everybody wants to know. I also want to know, who's your dad?
My dad is just a human being.
Yeah, but...
just like other dads. But I'm proud, way more proud of him. Way big more proud of him.
But if you're proud of him, why would you do things that will not make him proud of you?
How will I say? Let me ask you a question. Can I?
Yeah.
Why do you work so hard?
Because I'm afraid of poverty.
You're afraid of poverty?
Yes, and I don't want my kids to go through what I went through growing up.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So, I'm proud of my dad. Reason is to why? He's a good dad. He has brought us well. We've not suffered, and he's my best friend. Same case to my mom.
Your dad is your best friend?
Yeah.
So, Just to get the context before you come back to the story and start and follow up what happened, where, how. That day, did you get home safe? You
Sure.
got home. Who, you found your mom or your dad?
My ma.
Mulilipa mtu wa taxi?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's go back to the beginning of the conversation. Let's start the story from one. So first of all, let's start with getting to knowing who you are. So your name is Brenda? Who, Jerry?
My name's Brenda Terinjiri.
Brenda Terinjiri. How old are you?
25 years old.
25. Okay, pretty young. You work, you're in school.
Yeah. I work. Part-time I go to school.
Part-time you go to school. Okay. How many siblings you got?
We are 2.
You have to think about that.
Initially, my mom's we are 2. I have a big bro and then there's me, but I have a sister. A sister who is my cousin, Claire.
Okay.
I'll not explain much, but yeah, I've grown up knowing she's my big sis. So.
Okay. Okay. Hunter, you zoom in a bit because that seat, I don't like the way it's looking there. Zoom in a bit on that seat. That one. So with that one, so zoom in a little bit so we don't have the seat. Yeah. Okay, cool. So with that out of the window, so let's come to that fateful day because that's why we're here.
Yeah.
How did the morning start? What happened? What went into what until, because maybe the way the day was happening, so uliamka, ulilala wapi, ulala kwa sis, ulilala home, ukamka, what happened that day?
On that day, I was with my boyfriend, Brian. We went for shopping. We went back home, had lunch. I was going to work on that very full day on Sunday. I went, did my job. I left him somewhere. I went to the office, did my job. I was done with my job. I called him. We went to Club Edge in town. Yeah, that's my local pub. That's where I go most of the times. When I'm out of work, that's where you'll find me most of the days.
Okay.
And when we went there, we had friends. We had fun. I was taking Guinness and they were taking Gilbis. And it was pretty good. We left the place. We came back to Edge. And Brian left me and told me he's going to buy supper for us. So he went and bought supper. But when I went to the washroom and came back, I didn't find him. And I kind of forgot he had told me he had gone for supper. So like I just took our belongings and left. I had his phone, my phone, and the bag.
Pause a little bit. You're in Club Edge.
Yeah,
Your boyfriend has told you he's going to buy supper.
yeah,
You are in the club.
yeah.
Where has he going to buy the supper?
Across the road, he was going to buy us chips and fries.
Alete Club Edge.
No, akufike hapo chini aniite.
Oh,
Tuende.
but we zako zilikuwa zimeshika. Ukasema walai ameenda.
Ameniacha.
Ukaita cab.
I didn't call a cab at that point.
Okay, you took your stuff, continue,
I took my stuffs, went downstairs, and left. So when I reached at the stage, I thought, where am I going right now? I called my sister. I was pretty drunk. And I told her, hey, I'm sorry I'm calling you this late, but I'm drunk, I'm in town, and I want to come to your place and sleep a little bit because I have airport at 2 a.m. I work with an agency
Okay.
that takes people to Dubai, Qatar, Kuwait, and Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
So my sister told me, okay, Sawa, you come. I'm waiting for you. So on my way, I can't remember pretty well, but I found myself at Makadara.
Makadari.
Makadara. It's
Oh.
along Jogo Road.
I know Makadara, yeah.
Yeah.
No Makadara.
So when I was at Makadara, I asked some guy, hi, where can I get a piki? And I need you to take me home. That guy told me, okay, come, let me show you. I followed him because I needed assistance. So when I was following him, we reached to a point he told me, msichana, leta bag no lete simu ama nikudunge kisu. He had a knife himself. So I had no choice. I gave them all to him. My phone was in the bag, but Brian's phone, I had kept it inside upper kwa jeans. So when I gave him everything, I was stranded. And then his friend, Brian's friend called, the one we were partying with. So he called and said, I took the phone and said, hey, I am lost. I'm at Makadara and I am not with Brian. And then he told me, how will you get home? I told him, I want to go to Umoja, to my sister. I don't know how to find my way home. He told me, take a cab and go home. I told him, okay. So I ordered the Uber.
Kidogo. Ulitokaje Edge mpaka Makadara?
That is something I cannot explain to you, to my parents, or to everyone watching this.
Hujui venye ulitoka Edge ukajipata Makadara?
Yeah.
But ulijipata Makadara umesimama kwa barabara?
Yes.
You are talking to Anduthi guy?
Yeah. Not Anduthi guy. Actually, just a guy. And I asked him, where can I get a boda boda to take me to Umoja? And he told me, let me show you where you can get a boda boda. So okay. I was following him.
Question.
Yes.
Ulikuwa unakunywa nini ukiwa kwa club?
Guinness.
Unakunywa Guinness? Wow, strong lady. So Guinness ndio ilikubeba hivyo? Kwa nini ukunywa ngapi?
I took Guinness and some shots.
What else?
Nothing.
Bangi?
No.
You're sure?
100%.
Any other drugs?
Vaping.
Vape?
Yeah.
Took vape? Molly?
Nah.
Lift?
Nah.
Cocaine?
I don't do
heroin?
Such. Nah.
Okay. Continue with the story. So you have the friend of your boyfriend has called,
So he told me, request a cab and go home.
So all this time you had not thought by yourself you needed to request a cab?
I had his phone, but now I was not even contented on where I want to go precisely.
Decided?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I requested the Uber driver, I had requested him to take me to Syokimau.
Syokimau to do what?
Syokimau is where my boyfriend lives.
But you are going to your sister's place in Umoja?
Yeah. So I decided I'll not go to Claire's place, so I'll go to Syokimau.
Okay.
So when the Uber driver came, he told me, umeni request nikupeleke. No, before he came even, I had seated, you see at Makadara there's a place where there are seats. These made seats, the sofa sets. Yeah. So I remember the place we bought seats with Ma, and I went there and sat down. So
what time is this?
Around 10:30.
Which day of the week?
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
So it was around 10:30. I went there. I found that Masai, and he actually remembered me. He told me, unafanya nini hapa? I told him, nimeibiwa kila kitu na kijana mwingine alikuwa ananionyesha mali nitapata pikipiki. And then he told me, hebu kaa hapa unielezee kila kitu. Nikamwelezea. And then he told me, sasa utafikaje home? Uko na namba ya mtu unaweza pigia? Nikamwambia yes. But before, I need to call my colleagues. I finished up with my colleagues, and then I requested the Uber. The Uber guy had already arrived. The Masai told me, sitakuruhusu uvuke barabara peke yako, because now I was at this side of Makadara going to Umoja, but the driver was at the other side of Makadara going to town. You understand?
Yeah.
So when he called, I told him, hey, Uber amefika. Akaniambia, wacha nikuvukishe barabara, nikufikishe wapi? Hapo kwa Uber driver. Once we reached there, I told the Uber driver. The Uber driver told me, I'm taking you to Syokimau. I told him, yeah. I told him, I've been robbed everything. I don't have money to pay you right now. But what I can do is, tukifika parking, I can call someone atulete pesa hapa chini. And he was like, hiyo kazi mimi sifanyangi. I told him, okay, sawa, what do you want? He told me, give me 200 shillings and then I'll go my way. I told him, why should I pay you 200 bob and you've not done any service for me? You see? So the guy told me, msichana, we ni mlevi na umevuta bangi mingi sana. At that time, I was not even smoking weed. You cannot even, in your common senses, you cannot even smoke weed in the public. unless you're such a tycoon, and even a tycoon cannot even do that. So I was smoking a vape pen. So as he was talking to me, I was just vaping it out. And he was like, he's telling the Masai, so no, msichana venye ni kichwa ngumu, anavuta mpaka bangi kama tumesimama hapa. And then I asked the Masai, do you smell weed? No, I don't smell weed. Then why is he telling me I'm smoking weed? I even told him this is a vape pen. When I showed him, he took it and threw it. There's mtaro hapo hivyo. Akatupa hapo. So I was like, why would you do that? So I asked him, you want 200 shillings and yet my vape pen umetupa. Why would I pay you? And then the Masai told me, just come down, give him your mom's number because I know your mom will pay. So I went ahead and told him, I will not even call my mom, let me call my sis, you take me then to Moja. And then he told me, sawa. I called my sister at that time, she didn't pick the call. So the alternative number I had is my ma's number. I gave him my ma's number. So he called my ma. The first thing he said, niko na mtoto wako na amevuta bangi mingi sana nikimwangalia. I was like, why are you lying to my ma? Why would you say I'm smoking weed and the only thing I'm smoking is just a mere vape pen? Nikamwambia, you should know a difference between weed and a vape pen. So my ma told him, mpatie simu. I talked to my ma. My ma asked me, where are you? I told her I'm at Makadara and everything has gone. I don't have my phone. I only have Brian's phone. And she told me, do you think you can go home like that? Are you okay? And then I told her I'm not really okay. But if you can pay the Uber, I'll be okay. I'll reach home okay. And then she said, no, you just come back home and then I'll solve the matter. She told me, give the Uber driver the phone. I gave him. So when he was authorized to take me, I told him, you're not taking me to Ruai. As per my request was Syokimau. Take me to Syokimau. And then he told me, your mom, I have been authorized by your mom to take you to Ruai. I told him, I'm not a kid, so you don't make rules for me. So I'm not going to Ruai, I want to go to Syokimau. That's what I told him. This guy, alinishika mashati, you can see I have scars. Alinishika mashati.
Let me see. Okay. So those marks on your neck are the marks from the guy?
Yeah, I also have some hapa juu nilikuwa nimevaa t-shirt.
Alikushika?
Alinishika hivi mashati, nikamuuliza unanishika mashati, mbona unanishika kama mwanaume? You see?
So this time anakushika Masai yako?
Masai yako hapo. Masai ajaribu kumwambia, kama unabeba huyu msichana, mbebe polepole, wacha kushindaniana na yeye hata wewe unaona ni mlevi. And then anasema huyu msichana ameporwa, hataki kupelekwa nyumbani. I'm like, si ati sitaki kupelekwa nyumbani, sitaki kuenda Ruai. You take me where I want to go. You see? He's still pressuring me up. So he dragged me to his car. Normally, I don't even sit on the front seat. I sit at the back left. He dragged me to his car, akanisikumanisha, nikaingia, nikafungua mlango tena, nikamwambia mu nipeleke na hivi yote. Pigia mamangu simu tena, mwambie, nimesema siendi na wewe. I can request another Uber. So the guy told me, no, so long as I have your mom's permission, I will take you home. I told him, it's not a must to take me. The other days, I'm always drunk and I can always get myself home. So why are you doing this to me? Mbona unigonge? At the starting of the video, nilikuwa nishaingia kwa gari na akaingia kwa gari na akalock. So akanifanyia, alinigonga kwa macho. Nikamwambia, mbona unanigonga macho? Na mbona unanigonga kama nani? You're not my mother, you're not my father. Mbona unigonge? And his response to me, to the video, you've heard it, he's saying, mamako ameniambia nikufikishe nyumbani. Nikamwambia, unanifikisha nyumbani kama nani? Uko na right ya kunishukisha hapa, nishuke na niitishe Uber ingine. You don't have to take me home. You see, that was our argument whole time. If this guy came calm to me, because I really needed that help, I wouldn't even have insulted him or done anything to him. But you just don't come to me and start dragging me to your car as if I'm one of your family members. I'm your sibling, your cousin or shit. You just don't do that. So I was telling him, nishukishe. He threatened me and told me, nitakupeleka police station. Jogoo Road, there's a police station at Buruburu. I told him, ingia police station, ukipiga hapa Total Corner, there's a police station. Take me there. Tell my mom to come and find me there. If you really want to meet my mom and you really want to get paid, take me to that police station you say, and you're taking me. Normally, we use the Kangundo Road. He didn't even use the Kangundo Road. He used the Utawala, the one further, pipeline further Tasia. That road, unatokea Utawala. He took me on that road. So we reached a place called Shooters. At Shooters, there's an AP on this side, and in front of it, there's a police station. I told him, this is an AP, this is a police station. You choose where you want to take me. Take me to that police station. Stop telling me, unanipeleka police station na unipeleki. Nipeleke wazazi wangu wanikujia hapo. And he's like, mbona unataka kusumbua wazazi wako, mbona unalipiwa cab na mzazi wako. Obinna, I have something to tell you. Everyone has an emergency number, right?
Yep.
What is your emergency number?
Mine. My manager, my best friend, DiCaprio.
Oh, yeah. So mine is my mom, my sis, my dad. So if I reach one, does not pick, I reach the other one, does not pick, I reach the next one. So I reached out to my sister, she didn't pick, I reached out to my mom. And I told my mom, Ma, I've lost stuffs, I don't have money to pay this Uber guy. I've told him to take me to Syokimau, amekata. My mom said, you're not even in your right senses, just come back home, and then I'll sort the Uber guy, and you can sleep, you'll go to work tomorrow. And I was like, Ma, I don't want to come to Ruai because I have airport. She told me, you can't go right now. You've lost your job keys. You've lost everything. How will you even access the office? I told her, okay. But even in the middle of that talking, I told my ma, this guy, amenichapa. And even my sister called him. Akamwambia mko wapi? When I told my ma we are Tasia, my ma called my sis. My sis was taking another cab to come and get me. And when he called the Uber driver, you know what the Uber driver told her? Hapana, sisi hata tumeshafika Ruai. Na hatukuwa Ruai, tulikuwa Fedha. I could clearly see that church at Fedha yenye nakuanga hapo stage. I shouted and told my sister, atuko Ruai, asikudanganya. Niko Fedha na amenichapa na ananiambia lazima tu anifikishe home. Claire, huyu mtu amenichapa. That is all I was telling my sister. So we reached home. I was opening the door na mwambia, mi nitaruka kwa hii gari nitoke because you really pissing me off. You see? So when we got home, he really made sure I got home safe. And I thank him for that. When we got home, my mom paid him 1,000 bob. That's what he had charged us, 1,000 bob. But now when I was entering the gate, he said, the Ubers, they have cameras. But clearly you can see sikuchukuliwa video na kamera. Nilichukuliwa na simu. Simu iko na flashlight. Yeah? I was not even seeing what he was doing because it's like he was taking it from this side and he's driving with his left hand. Clearly you can see his left hand. He's worn a white shirt. So when we reached home, he told my mom, I need you to watch this video because msichana wako amenisumbua sana. My mom told him, asanti umefikisha mrembo wangu nyumbani, but hizo vitu zingine sitaki zinisumbue kichwa. Weenda nyumbani tutaongea kesho. He said, nitarudi aje na ninarudi bila mtu. Today, sahi nikikuja hapa nimekuja na Uber, right? So does that Uber guy have a right to tell me I'm in letter to Lavington and he doesn't have a client to go back? Because
you're asking me or you're telling me?
I'm asking you a question.
Oh, no.
He doesn't have a right, yeah?
No.
So this guy is telling my mom to pay him extra cash, 1,000 bob, arudi mpaka Kahawa Sukari. And then I told my mom, if you're going to pay him that cash, don't tell me to pay you that cash back because I won't. And then he said, ati mtoto wako ni kichwa ngumu wewe ndio umemlea hivyo. Nikamwambia toka kwa gate yetu. How do you know? What do you know about me? You know nothing about me. You just know me. You've just known me like the last few seconds. And this is it. Umenifikisha hope, weenda. If you really wanted someone to go back with you, you would have taken me elsewhere where you know there are customers. you drop me there, get a customer, and then you go back to your place. And then he told, you know what he told me? Tomorrow, you'll meet with the police. My mom said, okay, once we are summoned, we will come to the police station, if that's what you really want. You've seen me with my boyfriend's phone, yeah? Brian's phone. So, me with Brian's phone, he even took it away from me and told me I should go and meet him at the police station with that phone. So that phone was a guarantee that he's going to take me to the police station. And then my mom told me, don't talk to him anymore. You just get in the house. I'll solve the issue myself. So later on, he gave my ma the phone. So when I woke up, I found my ma with the phone. And she told me, take this phone and take it back to the owner because yako ushapoteza. And I was like, okay. I told her, we are not going to the police station. She told me, no. That guy, nilimalizana naye na nikampatia the extra cash and akaenda. I was like, okay, sawa. But now the following day, this guy calls my ma at around 11. Yeah, he called my ma at around 11. Told my ma, hi. Nilikuwa nauliza mmelala aje, mnaendelea aje. Mamangu akamwambia, si tuko poa, hata msichana ako tu hapa, ajienda kazi. I feel poa, anasema jana ulimchapa. And then like, this guy starts telling my mom, you know, I have a wakili, I have already reported and everything. So my mom told him, once we are summoned, we will appear. But if you're not summoned, don't call me again. I paid you your amount and you brought my daughter home and that's all I needed. And thank you. So afterwards, I had to call the office and tell them like, I'm not okay and everything. So I called my boss and my boss was like, hey, Brenda, I've been calling your phone and you're not even online. What's happening? I told him what's happened because no one had told me like I'm going viral everywhere. So he told me, ujaingia internet? I'm like,
so this is the following day?
Yeah, this is on Monday now at 11. So my boss is telling me, unataka kuniambia ujaingia online? Mbona unajaibisha hivi? And I'm like, okay, najaibisha na nini? I didn't know anything. Akanikatia simu. He just told me, we jua una trend na hiyo video nyo una trend nayo sio mzuri, ijanifurahisha. So I was like, na trend? I didn't know. So like I called my colleague. I told her, hey, hi. Ati kuna video imepostiwa, akaniambia, nimekutafuta. I was even afraid to call your ma because I didn't want to tell her. I just wanted to tell you like direct. So I told her, hey, nitumie link. I watched the first part. There's part 1 and part 2, Facebook. So actually the person who has posted it, it's Derek Mbogwa. Derek Mbogwa was my Uber driver. It's the same person, yeah. So I called my ma. I told her, ma, has the Uber driver called you back? Akaniambia, tumeongea naye sahi, hata alikuwa ananijulia hali. Nikamwambia, anakujulia hali na ameniweka kwa internet. Akaniambia, aje, amekuweka kwa internet aje. I sent her the link. I told her, kindly watch this because this is what is happening right now. I don't want anyone else to send you this video. I want to be the first person. I'm sending you this video. She watched it and she called the Uber driver. And then the Uber driver answer was, it should be a lesson to me not to ever drink again and not to ever abuse someone else. So my mom asked him, didn't we pay you the cash? Yes. But why put my daughter on social media? You should have told me you're doing this. But all along, you've not told us you put in the video on social media. You've been telling us you're going to be summoned. You see? So he told my ma, you just tell your daughter to apologize to me. My ma called me and she told me what the Uber driver is requesting is just for you to apologize to him. And then I asked my ma, I apologized to him, yet video yangu, it's not even in Facebook alone. That time ilikuwa ishafika, saa 9 ilikuwa ishafika TikTok, Twitter, Telegram, Instagram. I didn't even want him to pull it down because what are you pulling down? It has 393 shares, 20k likes, 6k comments. So I was just going through the comments. I'm just reading everything that everyone is saying. I'm like, why did you... So when I called him, I asked him, why did you cut the part that tukiingia kwa gari ulinigonga na nikikuuliza mbona umenigonga macho unaniambia response, you've been authorized by my mom. Did my mom authorize you to beat me up niingie kwa gari yako cha lazima? And then he said, if you really want us to solve this thing, I have my wakili. I said, you wakili? Yeah. Then if you have a lawyer, today I believe if I have a lawyer myself, I wouldn't even bother calling you, right? My lawyer will do the thing, yeah? Because that's what lawyers are for, right? If you go to a police station, the police won't use your phone to call me. They will use their phone to call me and summon me at the police station, right? So I asked him, you have a lawyer? Yeah, I have a lawyer. So why hasn't your lawyer called me yet? Why hasn't your lawyer called my mom yet? Yesterday night, you threatened us, telling us, you're going to take us to the police station. And my mom was like, once we are summoned, we are going to appear. So why didn't you do that? Why did you have to post my video online? And yet, you didn't even tell these people, ulinichapa ndo niingie kwa gari yako. In between telling me that my mom authorized you unipeleke home. Today, Obinna, I am a grown up. I'm 25 years old. Na ukiona nimekuchokesha mahali, inafikanga 2 point, you have the number, you just say, mama nani, nimechoka na mtoto wako, amenifanyia. You see? But not this guy, ananigonga, alafu ananiingiza kwa gari, na anataka bado niendelee kumongelesha like a normal person.
Okay. We're going to get into that detail in a short while now because I have some questions that I want to ask you. So you've said your side of the story, right?
Yeah.
Quickly, before we get into that, Hunter, prepare that video. I just want us to do a very quick recap. But for now, I want to tell you about the best way to make some quick cash. That is more to bet. www.moretobet.com. Go over there. They have a crash game. Ni ile yenye kama umeweka kama ni 10 bob, kuna ka crash game kanapanda. Kandege kanapanda hivi. Kakipanda kakue times 2 na umeweka 10 bob inakuwa 20 bob. So the secret is normally to withdraw before that katinka crash. Okay? Ukiweka 50 kamepanda times 2 times 3 times 4. However impanda una withdraw before it crash. So unachangamka na more to bet and you get to thank me later. Just go to www.moretobet.com. You try their crash game. Quick way to make some quick cash on the side. Unacheza na once you create your account, unaweka 50 shillings, then unacheza as much as you want. 5 bob, 10 bob, 20 bob, 30 bob, 1000 bob, depends on how you want and you get to enjoy. Alafu ukipata kitu unaniita unanishikia kamoja, si ndio? Alafu ukitoka hapo na kitu safi, unaingia na magari affordable, unatafuta gari moja safi. Alright? Mwanaume ni gari. Mwana hii kesi yote tumeka hapa juu ya gari. Huyu mwanaume angekuwa na gari atungekuwa na hii kesi. Watu over 1000 kwenye YouTube and over 1.6k on TikTok will not be watching this thing kama ingekuwa ni story ya gari. Sasa ingia magari affordable pia upate gari. Uanze kuwa na makesi kama hizi. Unaitwa Obinna TV unakata ni juu ya kesi juu story ya gari. So talk to magari affordable. They get you a very affordable moti. They can outsource for you locally or they can import for you. Na pia unaweza lipa pole pole. Hawana haraka ati yo kuja na pesa yote cash. Bro, secret ya gari ni kushikanisha tu pesa. 100, 200, ka 50 unalipa pole pole. Ukingoja upate milioni 3 shike kama Mercedes bro, utahema unless uende uze shamba ama baba yako ni kama baba ya mtu hapa, sitaki kupoint fingers. Sema, do you know who my father is?
Be proud of your parents.
Yeah.
Kindly.
Yeah, and of course, mnaona hapa nimepiga luku, niko na suti moja safi. The people who dress me are Style Hub. That is Royal_Style Hub on Instagram. Their number should be on the screen. You can get to call them up. So anakupatia luku safi. You want some dope sneakers like the ones I'm wearing today? I can't get to show you though because position nimekaa. Ama nionyeshe. Juizi sneaker nimevaa ni mbaya.
Inua tu.
Hey, cheki maneno. Cheki maneno. Unaona nimevaa nini leo kwa mguu wewe? Wewe unaona hii ni nini wewe? Unaona hii ni nini wewe? Hii ni nini wewe? Okay, so hizi viatu nilizibai jana alafu nimeziva kutoka jana mpaka leo. Azipumui. So talk to Royal Fit Style Hub. They get to deliver countrywide. And yesterday I did a live where I was giving a couple of my clothes. It's still there on the previous episode for Obinna Show Live. I was doing a celebrity garage sale where most of my clothes I was giving them away, but I gave some for free, but most of them I was selling at a discount. My suits I was giving for 3K, like a complete 3-piece suit. I was giving my jeans, I think, for 1,000 bob, t-shirts for 500, 200 bob, some shoes for 2,000, 3,000, sneakers like the ones I'm wearing, because I had too many clothes. And I've given to a couple of my friends. And most of the time when I go to some orphanages that I'm supporting, I normally prefer to go with financial support. So I pay school fees and also buy food for them. So I'm auctioning some of my clothes. That money is going to go to charity. I'll take that money, go and buy. There's an orphanage that I support in Mwiki. It's called Blessed Assurance Children's Home. It is one lady taking care of 75 children. Okay, if you get time, just pass by Mwiki, ask for Blessed Assurance Children's Home. Pass by there, buy them something small. That ka 1,000, ka 200 bob, that unafikiria haiwezi kusaidia inaweza wasaidia sana. So the reason why I was doing the celebrity garage sale, all the clothes that I'm going to sell there, my clothes, at throwaway price. That money, I'm going to convert it into goods and products. I'll buy for the orphanage and pay school fees for some of them. And you can also do the same. And like I said, if you want me to host any other celebrity on the celebrity garage sale, just let me know. I'll call them up. I'll go to them. Those 10, 20 clothes they are not wearing, we'll auction them to you. And that money, we can decide to do some charity with it. Whatever charity they decide to support, I'm entirely grateful for that, all right? So you have to do something nice for the society as well. And finally, you can see our set. Leo tumejaribu kidogo kiti tumeweka. Tulisikia mukisema, we read the comments, and any way that you guys want us to improve the show, we hear it. So mulisema kiti kidogo, mheshimiwa babu wengine alikuwa ananiangalia hivi. Sasa leo tumeweka tunaangalia na unyo kwa unyo. Speaking of which, hata if we have 2 guests, ebu bring this other seat weka hapa. Tuko na viti mbili hapa. So when we have 2 guests, we can have the 2 seats, alafu tunaangaliana hivi. Si ile, ni aje Obinna, ni aje nini. So the location where we are is the Miale Lounge. It's in Lavington. This is the best place to come and have your meetings, the best place to come and hold your party, whether it's a baby shower, it's a birthday party, or whatever is happening. Miale 72 Lounge is the best place to come to. They have private parking. They have a car wash on site. They have private cubicles, because kuna wale waseupendi kuja kukatu mbele watu, unajificha kwa cubicle kako, and then their food is amazing and it's also affordable. Those are our hosts. So we always shoot Obinna Show live at Miale 72 Lounge in Lavington. So Miale, asanteni sana, and we hope that we're going to be doing more of this together. For now, the lady we have has trended for about a week or so. Yeah, hiyo ndio kiti nasema. Unaona, tuko na kiti. Hata kuna sofa set. Tunafanyia kazi, we are trying to bring a sofa set on location. So tukikuwa na wageni wengi, tuseme kama Sauti Sol, ama Boondocks Gang, ama Ethic. So tunakuwa na ka sofa set hivi. And also here we'll be having a sheer curtain like this. Ndio hiyo. Au siskume guest wewe. Yeah. So we can accommodate more people. You can push it a bit back. This seat. Push it a bit back. Pull it back. There you go. That's okay. Yeah, so that's the way it will be looking like, all right? But today, the lady that we're having has trended for about a week because of the situation that happened. And just a quick recap. Hunter, play for me the video, kidogo too, for like a minute or so that we just refresh, because I have some fire questions that I want to ask her. Hello. So brace for impact. No, you've said your side of the story. I've not asked you anything yet, but now it's about time that I get to ask you. You have the video? All right, play.
Unafungua gari mpaka ikienda.
Ni sawa. Ulikuwa umenikuonyesha mimi. Nakwambia ulikuwa umenikuonyesha mimi.
Mama wako amesema nikupeleke mpaka nyumbani, atalipa. Na sisikushukishi hii gari kama sijakufikisha kwenye mama yako wako. Period.
Ndio ufanye nini?
Mahari yako ndio nakupeleka. Mimi nimeambiwa na mzazi wako mahari Si umesema
ukamfanya nini?
Si umesema umeporwa.
Swali ukamtombe mkamfanya nini?
Umesema umeporwa, umesema umefanywa hizo vitu zote. Ukiniita nikubebe, si umesema umeporwa vitu.
Nikuita kitu yoyote. Hakuna mali nilikuwa nimekuita.
So mimi najua mpaka app yako iko on, so nakupeleka mpaka kwa mzazi wako.
Maana unanigonga hadi mpaka maji.
Alternatively tuingie police station.
You don't know my dad, you're talking to my mom. You don't know my fucking dad.
Sasa
you're talking to my mom.
Unafungua gari yako mradi ikienda.
You know you are risking.
You know you are risking your life.
You don't know my dad. You don't know my dad. What the fuck is that?
Mbona ufungue gari mlango?
Gari my parents.
Hii gari unajua. Hii gari unajua ni nani? Wewe unajua hii gari ni nani?
Nakuuliza aje, wewe ni mama yangu. Hii gari.
Ushaiona mtu akifungua gari mlango ikienda?
Nakuuliza aje, wewe ni mama yangu.
Umeiona mtu
akifungua? Are you my parents?
No, I'm not.
Yes.
I'm just a driver.
Why do you care about me then? Fuck me, cut off. Shukisha hapa chini. Ni nini unashinda ukinisumbua wewe? Gasia takataka. Unanisumbua nini wewe?
Kazi ni ngumu.
Wewe.
Sifunge kioo na mlango. Unafungua gari ikienda ya nini?
Uifanya nini?
Mama yako amenipea instructions.
Gari naweza ifungua tu hivi na bado nifungue mlango na niende. Unafanya nini? Utafanya nini? Maisha ni yangu.
Mbona unafungua gari mlango ikienda?
Ni mama yako, maisha ni yangu. Ni mama yako. Ni mama yako. Kazi ni ngumu, tafuta kazi nyingine, Gasia.
Kazi ni ngumu.
Hakuna mali nimekwambia unisaidie.
Mbona umerequest simu na simu inajiita Brian? Brian ni nani?
Brian is my boyfriend and this is his phone.
Na sasa si ulirequest gari?
Niache.
Na sasa kama ulirequest gari na simu ya Brian, bora usicooperate.
Mimi request gari na sikujua unanikujia. Unaelewa? Na hata venye nilikuacha pale, ndio hapo ndio ungeniacha. Ungefuata masharti ya mama yangu.
Mbona umenipea namba ya mama yako niongee na yeye?
Usiniache hata katikati ya barabara uone kama sitafika kwetu. Gasia. Unataka kunionyesha nini wewe?
Madozi yote ni yangu.
Mbwa wewe.
Kwa nini wewe?
Na nimekwambia wewe ni mbwa. Peleka wapi?
Welcome to the taxi world.
Utanipeleka wapi?
Mimi nakupeleka penye mama yako ameniambia nikupeleke.
Pale mamangu ameniambia.
Alternatively kama utashuka hii gari na kuingiza police station.
Suniingize. Kwani nini unaongopa? Suniingize. Kuna fikira wazazi wangu na pesa. Suniingize sahi.
Lakini
suniingize. Nini unashinda ukingojea na hiyo gari yako?
Gari yangu hivyo. Utapasua gari.
Nimekwambia nini unashinda ukingojea na hii mkebe yako?
Acha hii mkebe ndio umerequest ikubebe.
Hii mkebe ingiza hapa.
Hii mkebe ndio umeita ikubebe.
Hapa shooters kuna police station, sawa? Ingiza hapo. Ingiza hapo.
Okay. Sasa huko unagonga ukiharibu gari utafanya.
Unaniambia nini wewe? Ungekuwa mwanaume ungenishukisha huko.
Siwezi kushukisha.
Ungekuwa umeshuka.
Wewe ni kama dada yangu.
Dada yako nani? Mimi na sister yako mimi. Mimi siwezi kuwa sister yako.
The only problem is what you unaona zile vitu unatumia ni mbaya na zinakuharibu.
Umeninunulia hizo vitu zenye unasema natumia.
Jipende.
Nijipende?
Yes.
Wewe jipende zaidi.
First you don't abuse people you don't know.
Range Rover.
Siwezi fanya na Range Rover.
Unaniambia nini?
Siwezi fanya na Range Rover taxi.
Malaya Gasia takataka. Unaniambia nini wewe?
Hirumisha shia the Lord, iraruma.
Nimekoruma.
Wewe ni mvuki kwa hiyo.
Okia pale ogodie. Okamie kana ukakeke. Na sasa inaweza kupigia nduru na upigiwe hapa. Na upigiwe hapa kambi hapa kwa barabara na uchomwe. Usinichezee. Mungu wa wewe. Unajaribu kuniambia nini? Tunamwambia mama wangu amepigia simu. Mama wangu amepigia na kutangazia ujinga. Usimletee.
Hao chimani penye nimekubeba. Si wamesema umeshuka pikipiki. Mbona unasema umeibua na watu wa Uber na umeshuka pikipiki?
Nimeibua na mtu wa Uber. Na mtu wa Uber ameniambia nini?
So we are back. We're live. All right. So that is the video that has been making waves, and the lady that we have today in studio at Miale that we are hosting is the lady in the video. Okay, she doesn't look like she looks in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't look like she looks in the video. Watu wanasema huyo makeup artist wako muongeze raise. Yeah, because kwa video
nilikuwa nimelia yote ikaisha.
Nikumelia? You are crying?
Yeah. I had cried a lot apparently.
Oh, really? Okay. Sawa. So here are my questions. Question number 1.
Yes.
Do you regret what happened that day?
Yeah.
Do you regret what you did?
Yeah.
Which part exactly?
The part that I insulted an Uber driver. He's a human being. He has people. He has a family. He has siblings. He has an extended family, the uncles, the aunties and everything. And honestly, even me telling my family that he beat me up, they didn't feel good. And also telling my family that I insulted him doesn't make me a good person. Honestly, I am raised into owning my own mistake. I don't blame on anyone.
You don't look remorseful.
I don't look remorseful. How should a remorseful person look like?
Not the way you're looking.
I should be crying.
No. Crying is not remorse. We have a lot of fake tears going around. But anyway, why were you so abusive to the guy?
Because
Like if you watch the video, you just had a lot of insults. Like you were saying unpronounceable words. All the words you're just saying were very disrespectful. And anytime I'm watching the video, I watched the first part, I was cringing. That's why I didn't even watch the second part. I've watched it today. When you were listening here, I was just like, yo, why were you using such big insults,
why
man?
I was so bitter with him is if he just told me, your mom has told me nikupeleke nyumbani, without him kunishika mashati na kunipeleka. My mom can tell you, yeah, bring my girl home, but there's no part she told you akikataa mtandike. There's no part.
Why were you opening the door of a moving car?
Because
do you know you are endangering your life?
I really didn't want to go with that Uber guy.
But you got in the Uber to begin with.
I didn't get there willingly. That is something you need to understand.
You said there were two people. There was a Masai who knew you.
Yeah.
Then there was the Uber guy.
Yeah.
You said the guy roughed you up before he put you in the cab.
Yeah.
So the Masai guy stood and looked.
The Masai guy told him, peleka msichana ni mlevi.
So Masai guy sees you being roughed up, but the Masai guy just stands there and tells him, "Bo, peleka msichana ni mlevi, yero, lakini usipige." Is that Masai guy normal?
He actually didn't tell him that apparently. This guy nilimwambia I can cancel the Uber, you don't really have to take me. Let me cancel it and I can order another Uber guy who will take me home. And he was like, no.
So somehow in this whole drive and everything, something told you opening the door
would make him
safest,
stop. Would
or
make
you were
him
trying to make him stop?
Yeah, I was trying to make him stop because wacha kunipeleka mahali na sitaki unipeleke. You see, tunagombana tu bure kwa hii barabara. Tunagombana tu bure.
Is that why you also didn't have your seatbelt on?
Yeah, because mimi hata sikuwa nataka kwenda na hiyo Uber in the first place. I didn't want to. Even when he's telling me nakupeleka police station, there's a part you can hear me saying nipeleke, ni hapa, ndio hii ingia, ni hapa, nipeleke hapo. That's where I want to be. Let my mom come and pick me there. If it's really needful for you to take me to my mom, just drop me here and tell her to come and pick me here at the police station. But he didn't do that.
At some point you started insulting Uber drivers. You told him your IQ is on point and you're like you'll never give birth to an Uber driver. So according to you, you feel like Uber driver or Uber driving or taxi driving is a degradable job?
On that part,
it's a disrespectful job. It's a job that nobody needs to do.
Nah.
Okay.
On that part, apparently, the part that I'm most remorseful of it is where I told him I wouldn't want to give birth to an Uber driver and I wouldn't want to have kids who are fools like him.
So you called him a fool?
And I am sorry for that, Derek Mbogo. I'm really sorry for that. I didn't, like, the whole story of it, you see, when you watched it, you said you watched the first part, yeah?
Yeah.
I also watched the first part. I couldn't take it.
So you do know that the Uber driver that you insulted and did all these things for, he recorded the whole thing on camera?
I didn't know he was
recording. You didn't notice he was recording, the camera had light. It had light on it.
Let me tell you one thing. I didn't
realize he was recording.
Because if I did, let me tell you something, Obinna. If I did, angekuwa na hiyo simu. It would have been crashed by now.
So you...
I didn't...
So in short, you're saying if you didn't record it, you could have gotten away with it. So the only reason why we're seated here is because it was recorded.
Don't have a choice there.
Do you consider yourself an abusive person? Do you consider yourself a narcissist?
No, not
a
precisely.
Physically abusive person?
No, that's not me.
Have you ever beaten your boyfriend?
No.
Quarreled, insulted him, disrespected him, or any other boyfriend for that matter, not only Brian?
What do you mean by disrespecting him?
The same thing you did to the driver.
No.
Degrading, demeaning.
No. Why would I degrade you and demean you and yet I'm dating you? And at the end of the day, I'll come and tell you, I love you, babe. Why would I do that? Arguments are always there, yeah?
No, disagreements are there. People disagree on everything. But the way you behaved in that taxi, it only showed another side of you that most people maybe had not seen earlier. Or maybe we had not seen. Like your colleagues, your friends, your siblings maybe. Do you think your ex-boyfriends or your colleagues or your friends or your schoolmates or your parents can vouch for you and say, huyu, hii siku hatujui ni nini ilifanyika, huyu anakuanga sawa? Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, there are people who can say that. Because you know what?
There are people who can say that.
Yeah, people who know me, they will say they've never seen that side of me, apparently. You know why? I have been drinking. It's not the first time I've gotten drunk, yeah? So if that is what I've been doing, then will not be my first case. It will be maybe the 10th one or the 20th one. But now you see, Obinna, I have a question for you before even we go far. Why do you drink? Ama, you don't drink? You don't drink?
No.
Oh, so this conversation is just on me.
Dead on arrival. Next question.
Okay, so.
And ask me why I don't drink.
Why don't you drink?
Because I like being in charge at all times. Everything I do, I have to be sure I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
And I've seen what alcohol makes people do. So I always want to be sane, and I want to be able to make decisions in a sane, in level-headed, in my level-headedness. I want to make my decisions. I don't want to do something then tomorrow I come back and say, nilikuwa nimelewa. So you do realize that most of the time when people are drunk, it only brings out the original them that cannot come out when they are not drunk. You do know that.
That's not an original me. I deny that. Ask me why.
Why?
Because I've told you I have a local pub, that's Edge, yeah? I normally go there and drink alone. You see how you seated on that seat, that table? I drink alone. And when I mean alone, I don't have company. I can go there from 9 and drink alone, just alone.
Okay.
Mpaka time yenye nataka kwenda home.
So coming back to the story for the taxi driver, can you give him a message?
A message to Derek Mbogwa is, I am sorry. I insulted you. You didn't deserve that. And I don't know how I could tell you how much I am remorseful of this. I wouldn't blame it on the alcohol, precisely, though I was drunk. But the part you telling me, the part that you pushed me to your car is the part that you really provoked me. Beating me up, my ma didn't tell you to beat me up so that I can get into your car. But that is the part where you got me wrong and started saying nimevuta bangi mingi. I don't smoke weed. I only do vape pens. I am asthmatic apparently.
Okay. So Derek Mbogwa is here, so kindly tell him that one.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Mambo? Niko sawa. Karibu kiti, karibu kiti. Yes. Let's get to Mike Kim tafadhali.
I didn't know you were coming. Obinna, you should have told me.
Yes. If I told you that Derek was going to come, you might not. Put it on the tie. Put it on the tie. There. Yeah, then put that under the clip. Put the cable on the clip. Put it under the clip. There you go. The back. This side, Hunter. Okay, I think that would do for now. So if I told you that he was going to come, he was going to be here, number
I
one,
wouldn't have showed up.
you might not have showed up. Then also,
Nah.
he didn't want to come. So when I posted the video, and today you reached out to me, so some other lady had also DM'd me his contact, so I called him, and he didn't want to come. He refused completely, and I tried to convince him, and I told him, bro, if you only come is when we can get to hear your side of the story.
Yeah.
Yes, if you don't come, we can't hear your side of the story. We'll only have one side of the story.
Yes.
So that's why he's here. So the idea behind this is, one, we get to hear his side of the story.
Yes.
Then two, we get to solve this. We make amends.
Yeah.
Because I understand he's already spoken to his lawyers. He's really angry at you, and he's looking at court cases and everything. So I told him the best solution is if we can meet and talk about it and see if we can reach another solution that doesn't have to be that drastic. So Derek, karibu.
Thank you.
Thank you for creating time. I know you didn't want to be here, but here we are.
Yes.
So she said her side of the story. So nobody has heard your side of the story, because even in the video we just see her. So can you give us your side of the story from where it started, where you found her, and how it ended?
My name is Derek. I normally operate Uber as my part-time hustle.
Okay.
And that night, I received this request while I was at Jogo Road. Happened to be, the request was reading, I'm supposed to pick a client by the name Brian.
Okay.
So when I got at the junction just opposite where she was standing, I called because the pin was saying I was supposed to pick, I was exactly at the pin, the pickup location.
Okay.
So I decided to call this Brian. The person who took the phone was a lady. I told the lady that I'm right where your pin is, kindly come so that we can proceed. I wasn't seeing her. Then after speaking to her on the phone, and she was somehow sounding disturbed and all that, I saw her coming with two watchmen. He's in between two guys with the lessons. Those are the watchmen who are normally there on Jogo Road, checking on some furniture shop there. So she approached me, and immediately I asked her to get into the car. Normally, we don't dictate, as a driver, you don't dictate where a client wants to stay. There are clients who are comfortable sitting in front. There are clients who are comfortable sitting at the back seat. She opened the door herself. But before even she could get in, she took some steps backwards, like someone who wanted to go. Then I alighted from the car, and I asked the watchman who are with her, I asked them, is this girl okay? Because one, she has attempted to get into the car, then she has banged the door, and she has started going back as if she's making some calls. The watchman told me, anasema ameibiwa na mtu wa Uber. And then I asked him, are you sure about that? Akaniambia, no, sisi tumeona akishuka pikipiki. When I noticed she was not okay because of how she was behaving, you see, you can tell a person who is okay by even how she is conducting herself. Because, in fact, alijisaidia tu hapo mahali tunaona.
Kujisaidia, you mean?
Going on a short call, just there where we were.
Why are you lying?
Then I'm saying the truth. Then I asked the watchman, is this lady okay? We excused ourselves, she did what she did. I just told them, I don't think I'm going to take this girl to wherever that she wants to go. That's when I said, okay, if I'm going to take this lady and she's saying she has been mugged and maybe vitu zake and all that, I'll have to speak to someone who can at least be on my side, or who will say, if you take her wherever you're taking her, I am going to pay. Because she said that the phone she requested with was Brian's phone, a boyfriend. That one she told me. And then she said, I'll give you my mom's number. And she gave it to me. I called the mom, and she told me, huyo msichana wangu anafanya na watu hawa wa kusafirisha watu nje, na ni kama ameibiwa wakiwa na huyo kijana anaitwa Brian. Kwa hivyo ningeomba umpeleke mpaka Kimathi Street kwa ofisi zao, achukue documents, aende airport, asaidia wasichana kusafiri. On that conversation, she was on another phone call using Brian's phone. Now I was using my phone to call the mom. Those ladies asked, those ladies who she was speaking to said they want to speak to me. And I was given her phone. We exchanged the phones. I gave her my phone, and she gave me her phone that she was speaking to some ladies. Those ladies asked me, okay, take her to Kimathi Street, the same thing the mom had said. Upon confrontations, after some minutes, everything changed, and the mom was like, no, I don't think she's on her sober mind, so I prefer let me sort out with those ladies. So the mom called those ladies you work with. Yeah. And immediately she told me, don't even take her to town. Just bring her to Syokimau. No, not Syokimau, just bring her to Kamuru, somewhere. Roy, those sides. And I asked her, okay, at the map, it's telling me I'm supposed to take her to Athi River. So the price to Athi River was around 640. And the price to go there, obviously, it would have changed because it's a kind of, it's a more of a distance. So I told the mom, the price will be around 1,000 or 1,500. And she said the money is not a problem, just bring her home. So my assignment was simple, to make sure that I drive her home. It took us some confrontations there before she could get into the car. Because one, she was not okay going to the mom's place because she felt she wants to go to a sister. You told me she's Claire, your sister. Yeah. But now the mom told me, huyo msichana vile yako usimusikize. Wewe niletee huyo msichana mpaka nyumbani, mimi ndiye nitakuli. That's what your mom told me. You got into the car, mlango ya mbele, you sat down, and that's when you started acting weird. You started saying, hata wewe unanisomea kama nani? Unanisomea kama nani? I started driving. I started even the trip. And you started all of a sudden calling me names and telling me, hii gari simamisha hapa niruke. I hadn't even started recording by then. But when I noticed amefungua mlango na anataka kujirusha, I noticed things will not be right. And she also said some words there even before I started recording that nitapiga nduru hapa hii gari na wewe uchomewe hapa. That's when I decided to hold my phone as if namulika kitu kwa gari. And I started recording. She didn't know I was recording. She threatened me that tukifika kwetu nyumbani nitaambia mama yangu umenirape, nitaambia mama yangu chochote kenye nitamwambia about you, and you don't even know my dad, you don't know my mom. Tuende. Mimi nikaenda nikipashwa, nikiitwa ile majina yote aliniita. In that clip you can hear she abused my family. She said that she wouldn't want to give birth to Uber drivers. She undermined me, made me feel like I'm so useless, and whatever I'm doing as a work, I'm so supposed to be doing that. But nilivumilia yote. When we got at Total Petrol Station in Ruai, nikachukua kona iko hapo kuna rough road. She managed to open the door. Akakanyanga mlango na kiatu. Nikamwambia wacha hizo dramas kwa sababu already uko karibu na kwenu na mama yako ameniambia kwenu tu ni pale mbele so that nikufikishe in peace. Akaniambia hapana, nishukishe hapa. She started her dramas again. Wakati alifungua mlango hivyo akaruka nje, kulikuwa na watchman tena wawili hapo. They told me the mom now sasa tunaongea on phone, akaniambia pe huyo watchman ako hapo simu niongee na wao. I don't know what they talked. The mom told me wachana na huyo msichana hapo, kuja baka nyumbani mahali nitakuambilia. So I left her there at Total Petrol Station, just at the rough road there. I drove all the way to her mom's place alone without her. In my car I had a phone. The phone she was using, Brian's phone, had been left in my car. So ameshuka batana simu. So I went straight. Mom directed me to their house. The mom came out with amejifunga leso with a night dress. Of course it was late. It was around 1, almost 2. So akatoka nje akaniambia pole. She also apologetic and all that. Na akaniambia, nikamwambia huku ni mbali. In fact, I even complained to her. Nikamwambia huku ni mbali hata sitapata return trip. Kwa hivyo hata kama unaweza nitip kitu kidogo mimi siwezi mind. She told me I'll give you 1,000 but tomorrow I'll send you 500 shillings. Which I've never seen until today. Yes. So me I took the 1,000 she sent me on my phone. And immediately as I was nikitoa gari, because I thought anataka nimbebe sasa tuende steady tuchukue huyu. Akatoka na gari yake. So akaniambia acha mimi nikuongoze mbele na mimi nimfuate nyuma. Huyu alikuwa anaokota mawe zingine kubwa. Anajua gari ya mama yake. She was aiming at my car. Mama yake had to stop, akashuka gari akamkuta akamwambia, alikuwa anakuita Diana, alikuwa anakuita kuna jina nilisikia akikuita. Akamwambia ukijaribu kugonga hii gari tutakosana. Sasa hiyo anakatazwa hivyo bado anangengana mpaka sasa mama yake ameshuka gari anamshika hivi wanangengana. bado ana try kurushia mawe juu akisema wewe utaniona, umenileta huku sasa nini itanifanyikia. So the mom just told me, you just go because I've paid you, tomorrow nitakutumia hiyo pesa ingine ya replace line. And me I left. The next morning around 10 I called the mom nikamwambia, hey, you had promised 500 au kutuma. Akaniambia ina shida. In fact ameenda police station kureport ndio apewe abstract aende aka replace line. And I said fine. After an hour or something then akanipigia. Akaniambia, hey, umeweka msichana online. Na mimi sikuwa nataka hivyo. Nikamwambia mimi nimeiweka because sisi kama drivers we also have our rights. Na hakuna, kwa hiyo video ukiangalia si ati alikuwa ananiambia mambo mzuri, cause either way angekuwa ananiambia mambo ya kunibarikisha ama mambo inahusu amani, angechukulia maybe in a heavy way, lakini because of the words she was uttering, akinitusi, akiniita all those things, I believe that is even why we are here today. I have heard her saying that I bet her. Mimi hakuna mahali tulipigana na wewe.
So alama nilijiweka.
Hakuna mahali mimi tulipigana na wewe because ile wakati uliingia kwa gari yangu hivi, I locked. Kawaida ya hizi gari ukilock from the driver seat, mlango ya mbele unaweza toa hako ka red button na bado ufungue na ifunguke. Ya nyuma ndio inakuaga na hiyo child lock yenye unaweza mlockia hapo. But you are not a slave, I lock you inside my car. Wewe ni mtu mzima, uko na 18 years, umeingia kwa gari, umeitisha gari. You are supposed to coordinate yourself. Kitu ya kwanza ukiingia gari, kuwa na courtesy, salimia mtu hata umwambie tu habari. That's a must. Unaweza kuwa uko na stress zako. But si uingie gari bado maneno zenye unatoa, safe belt au uko umefunga. I try to tell you funga hata safe belt wapi. You even hit my dashboard vibaya sana on that video.
Haya, sasa we've heard your side of the story. We have a couple of inconsistencies with her story. Number one, the time you said it was around 10 p.m. on a Sunday. Was it on a Sunday?
Yeah, it was at night, very late.
Wewe umesema ulifika home saa 7, yeye alisema ilikuwa ulimchukua saa 4. So from here to Ruai you can't start saa 4 mfike saa 7. Then you also said alikufikisha home vizuri, ukamthank. Yeye anasema uliruka nje ya gari kwa barabara. You even tried to throw stones in the...
I have the mom's message of M-Pesa.
Yeah.
Like it can tell the exact time she paid me, so that we can see who is lying here.
Tulifika home at around 1:47.
From 10 to 1.
Yeah.
Ulikuwa mnaenda Kisumu?
Sijui, but mimi nakumbuka nikiwa 10:30 at Makadara. That's the time I told you nilikuwa Makadara at 10:30.
Okay. She says by the time you came to pick her, you found the message?
It's not very far. I can find it.
Alice Eustace. There's a search bar on your phone.
Search bar.
Hapa kwa M-Pesa.
Oh,
You can search.
isn't it cute?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
they're
the name
working
of it.
together. Oh. So sweet.
Will you just stop being sarcastic, you know?
But that's why we're here. We're here to make amends.
There.
Yeah. She sent me this money at 1:15 a.m. You can confirm it.
Yeah, bro. 1:15 on a Monday morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So she says the reason why she was being abusive, even when she DM'd me today, earlier today, she told me that you assaulted her first.
Yes.
And according to the conversation we just had, she says by the time you came on this other side of the car, you are aggressive, you roughed her up. Ametuonyesha hizo marks ziko hapo kwa shingo hizo, amesema hizo ni mkono yako. Ulikuwa unamgwara, unamkunja nguo, kuna marks zingine kwa mkono, ukampiga, ukamgonga macho. Mpaka kwa video amesema umekaa uka-edit. Kuna pata alikuwa anakuuliza kwa video mbona ulimgonga macho. Ukamwambia ni mamako amekwambia umpeleke nyumbani. So, I don't know, did you get physical with her?
You see, kitu ya kwanza, you can even check my nails. I don't keep nails. Na ukiziangalia sijakata leo nikikuja. Which means if tunaongelea story ya juzi hata zilikuwa less ndogo kuliko vile zinatoshana.
Sasa mimi nilijigwara.
I have done taxi business for the last 7 years. And before I even got to taxi, I have done bodabodas. I have been in the service for so long. Mimi nimejigrow from the grassroots, nikijigrow. And I have never had a situation where inafika mahali nipigane na client wangu. That would probably mean I'm unprofessional.
I wish the Masai was here.
You're saying?
I wish the Masai was here.
Now let me ask you, Mr. Obinna, a question. Huh?
Yeah.
This is a lady who has requested me I'm driving a cab, right? Amesimamiwa na wanaume wawili wa Masai, wako Baka na Marungu. Mimi sijai muona. Hii ni gari imefika ni mbebe. Wamemleta Baka kwa gari. How biased can I be nishuke gari nikute mtu amerindwa na wanaume wawili wa Masai wenye sijui kama ni club amefunga wamemsindikisha, because I don't even know kama ni kazi ametoka sasa wanamsindikisha. Nishuke tu gari ni log sasa nikuje sasa nianze kukua physical ati sasa namuingiza gari kwa nguvu.
I have a question for you before you continue. When you met me first, what did you ask for me? 200 shillings.
When
Do
I
you
met
remember?
when I met you
charging
first,
me 200 shillings.
when I met you first and I studied how you were stubborn and you are refusing to give me your number, I told you gari imetumia mafuta na nime drive almost 4 kilometers kufika mahali huko. I told you you be fair enough to me, unipea kama ni 200 I compensate my car that fuel because umenitoa mbali na mimi I'll go my way.
Okay.
But you said that tutafanya hivyo. The soldier kwanza ndiye ari nini akasema usifanye hivyo, wacha huyu msichana akupee namba ya mama yake kwa sababu ukimwacha hapa huyu hata anaweza repiwa vile anakaa. That is what he said. Nikamwambia ni sawa, let me talk with the parent.
And then before you talked to my mom, you told my mom nimevuta bangi mingi sana.
Yeah, to me you look like someone who is under influence of something I couldn't explain. Yeah, you ulikuwa unakaa mtu amevuta bangi.
Ushaivuta bangi?
Yes. Kitambo kabla niokoke.
Sasa mimi
kabla niokoke.
Okay, sasa mimi sivutangi bangi. Sasa mimi siko nimevuta bangi sababu kitu nilikuwa nimefanya nilikuwa tu nimekunywa pombe.
You see,
ukaniambia niko mlevi sana and the only question I was asking you all along ni pombe umeninunulia.
But you see my sister, anytime you request a cab, I called you that my sister and you are very bitter with me.
Yeah.
Normally call people that because me ni mtu shosho na napenda kuongea na watu. When you request a cab, si kazi yangu kujua nini umetumia ama nini umekunywa. But I expect you to coordinate yourself in a way. First, hii ni gari umeita. Huyu ni mtu hujai muona mahali. The last thing you can do is to become abusive.
Okay.
You don't abuse my family because when you are requesting au kuonesha mapicha zao hapo, you only saw me. You cannot start accusing my children because you don't know them.
True.
You cannot start accusing my mother saying sijamjengea nyumba sijui nini. You don't know my life ati nikuje within few minutes you already judging me asking me umejengea mama yako nyumba yenye wewe unaishi ni wewe umemjengea yako ya mama yako.
Ni yake.
Ni yake wewe ndio ulimjengea.
Si nimekujibu ni yake.
Kwa hivyo hata ujui alijenga aje.
Sinajua venye
wewe umekuwa tu hapo na ukifika miaka ingine si utamuondokea uende kwako.
So I have another question for you. Ulikuwa unipeleke police station. Uliniambia ukiniendelea kunisumbua utanipeleka police station. So many parts of that video I've told you kuna mawe mbili police station, tuko shooters, there's a police station above here. Take me there, my mom can come pick me there. But your most full need was unifikishe kwetu.
You see, there is one thing.
Wait. If you really wanted to take me to that police station, you would have. Why? Right now you've said, I insulted you kiasi ujai tukanwa hivyo, si ndio? I was drunk, yeah? So if you really felt that bad, iyo mbaya sana, you had my mom's number on your phone. Ungempigie umwambie msichana, amenitukana sana, na nimefanya nini? Nimempeleka police station. Ukishuka, hapo penye unasema nilikuwa nakurushia mawe. You told my ma we are going to be summoned at the police station. What did she tell you? Ni sawa, wewe enda tutaongea kesho. Si ni ukweli? Na nikaingia kwa gari ya mamangu na tukatoka na tukaenda, si ndio? But to me you had told me simu nitaipata wapi? Nitaipata police station. I didn't even know you had given my mom the phone. Nilikuja kuamka asubuhi ananipatia simu ananiambia shika simu ya wenyewe. Niko like si tulikuwa tunaiendea police station. That video when you were recording me, you told me utanipeleka police station. My question to you is why didn't you take me to that police station?
That's a very valid question, though.
It's a very valid question, and thank you for that. You see, you gave me instructions to divert the destination to a police station. This is your mother who I've spoken to on the phone. And she has told me, ukifikisha huyo msichana hapa nyumbani ndio nitakuri. I am in business. And when you are in business, you want to make profit. You don't want to make losses. When she's in my car, she's my client. And after I do the trip, she will pay me. She will give me money. The money will cater for my expenses, my whatever. Already I had driven you almost 10 kilometers. I have consumed fuel, even coming for you. Now you are telling me to drive you to a police station. A police station, relax. A police station that you are telling me to take you there, you are even telling me that there is an auntie of yours who works there, I'll meet her there. So clearly, do I go to a police station where I have not been told to go, or do I go to your mother who has told me come and I'll give you your money? Am I working for cases or I'm working for money?
Okay, can I answer you that question? Yeah? Before even we reached to Mawembili police station, there's so many police stations on that road, yeah? Yeah? Shooters, opposite there's an AP, opposite there's a police station. Before tufike hata Ruai, nimekuambia hapa ni shooters, divert on this side, kuna AP, divert on this other side, kuna police station. Na nikakwambia hii ni bump na sina miwani na naweza iruka.
Let me ask you a question. I remember all that.
Kuniingiza police station and calling my mom kumwambia mrembo wako nimemfikisha police station, mkujie police station fulani. Hiyo haingemlemea. Do you understand that part? Haingemlemea. Your parties umeauthoriziwa kunipeleka nyumbani. You've said right here, I am not a kid, I am 18 and above. Yeah? So kunipeleka police station, wako na haki ya kunishika. Uko na haki ya pesa yako. Na haungetoka hapo bila pesa yako. Same way, did you reach me home? No, but ulilipwa pesa yako. Hiyo distance yenye nilitembea ingekuwa tu bado distance yenye mamangu angetoka kwa nyumba na akuje police station na akupate ama na akutumie pesa yako na akulipe. You understand me? To me, to all that video, nilikuwa nakwambia nishukishe, sitaki kwenda na wewe. Nishukishe.
My dear, let me ask you a question. So according to him, you got in the cab, sat in front. According to you, he dragged you in the cab.
Yeah,
and
that's
he
what
wrapped
he
you
did.
up and he beat you up.
Yeah.
So you believe what you're saying is true?
Yes, I believe what I'm saying is true because hata nakumbuka the parts where I'm telling him nishukishe. Nakumbuka hata nikifungua the mlango itself akiniambia nena nafunguanga mlango gari kienda. Namwambia mimi nitaifungua nishukishe, simama hapa nitashuka.
When you go to Ruai,
yes,
you're about to get to your place, you're like 200 meters or so to your house. Why did you jump out of the car?
Tulikuwa tushafika home. I didn't jump out of the car. Nilifungua mlango. Obinna, nilifungua mlango na nikaishikilia na mguu hivi. Nilifungua mlango na nikamwambia hii mlango itaenda basi kama imefunguka.
So you didn't jump out of the car?
I didn't. Alisimamisha gari, nikashuka. Nikashuka nikakimbilia Masai. Kukimbilia Masai akaniambia shida ni gani? There is a woman. There is a part you've left. There is a woman who came. There is a lady who came. Hapo tu stage kwetu. There is a lady alitoka. Akaniuliza ni nini mbaya? Nikamwambia huyu mtu wa Uber ananileta na mimi sitaki anilete. Anashinda akinibembeleza anibebe. Sitaki anibebe tena. And that lady akamwambia, you know, our Uber cars, they have videos, they have cameras. All along, mtu akiangalia nimechukuliwa kamera na simu. Sijachukuliwa na kamera ya kawaida like this one. It's not a same camera ama that camera that is always in the car. It's not.
So, but why did you jump out when you're about to get home?
I didn't jump out.
You've come all the way from Makadara, all the way to Ruai.
Yes.
You are 200 meters from your house. Why did you jump out?
Siku anataka nipeleke. Unanipeleka kwa nini? Mbona unanilazimisha kunipeleka?
But you didn't jump out from Makadara.
Let me tell you one thing. Ukiongelea hiyo video vizuri, nimefungua mlango several times.
Yeah, we can clearly see that.
Not twice,
with a
not
lot
thrice.
Of insults.
And there's a
and
time
everything.
my sister called him. And I told my sister, mwambia nishukishe hapa penye niko nitachukua Uber ingine niende, mtumie pesa yake. That's what I said. Mtumie pesa yake, anishukishe hapa penye tumefika, niende home.
Quick question.
Yes.
Did he rape you?
No.
Why were you saying in the video that you're going to make noise and say that he raped you?
Because ananibeba unwillingly.
You do know that we have a lot of innocent men and women who are in prison because they've been convicted because there's someone who put false charges on them.
Yes.
So you knowing that well, 25-year-old, you work in a business that you send people abroad to do business and everything. You go to school and you work part-time, but you decided in your head, you said, I'm going to accuse you of something you've not done so you can face the repercussions just because you are angry because he carried you and you didn't want to go home.
Okay. To my part telling him that he had raped me, I thought when I was telling him that, ataniambia sasa, mahali tumefika na wewe, nimechoka, wacha nikuache.
So I could drop in the middle of nowhere,
yes,
in the state
I really
that you
wanted
are in.
That. Yeah, I really wanted that because...
So until now, you're still not grateful that he got you home.
I didn't say that, Obinna. First, even before he sat here down, I said, thank you, Derek Mbogwa, for making me reach home safe. That's what I said before you told me Derek Mbogwa is here, right? Those were my last words before he sat down. Okay.
There's a show I do on Obinna TV as well. It's called Taxi Problems. The reason why I did it was during the time when I started it, we had a taxi ailing up. I'll not mention the name. It had a lot of cases. You always hear our sisters, Nilienda was roughed up, nini. Then in my line of business, I meet a lot of taxi drivers as well. And I've influenced for a couple of them. So when you meet them, they're like, saingine tunakuwa accused wrongly. And also being a man, I know how the society is set up against men. Most of the time when a lady comes out and accuses a man, society stops, the man is guilty, on arrival, the woman is innocent until proven guilty. And most of the time they're never proven guilty because the man is definitely wrong. So I started this show so we can have safe commuting communities. I had a couple of episodes I did with a lot of taxi drivers and taxi passengers. And I've seen the situation. This driver will say, huyu msichana alifanya hivi, akanipiga kofi, akaniwekelea, nikatoka, watu wakuja wanataka kunichoma and everything. The lady say, huyu tulifika, akaanza kunigrope, akaanza kufanya everything. So with all that we've seen, the way the society is set up, nowhere in this whole situation that was happening, aukukaa chini ukaona you're doing something wrong by all the insults you are doing, you're trying to jump out of the car, and the aftermath that why we are here, you didn't see there was something wrong with all that. You were just like, I want out, and this is the best way.
Okay, at that point, what I really wanted was to get off his car. As I was doing all those things, I really wanted to get off that car. But afterwards, after I saw that video, I didn't even know he's the one who posted, because even when I was calling him later, I asked him, what's your name? And he told me, you don't even know my name, and yesterday you had Brian's phone. I told him, I didn't even check the driver's name, so what's your name? He refused to tell me his name. What he just told me is, you come with your ma and meet me at Kahawa Sukari. Kahawa Sukari, he really wanted me to go, and I don't know what he wanted me to go there and do, but partly he had told my mom I should just call him and say, I am sorry, of which I did. I called him several times and he didn't pick my calls. So he later called me back and I told him, hey, hi, I am the girl you've posted Facebook, the girl you carried yesterday. Akaniambia, oh yeah. So bado uko na kiburi. Nikamwambia hapana, sina kiburi. Nimekupigia, nikwambie pole. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah.
Ukaniambia aje? He told me he doesn't want it through phone. He wants to meet me personally with my ma and someone else. We go to Kahawa Sukari. First he asked me where I'm convenient going. I said we could meet anywhere. And then he told me, you come to Kahawa Sukari. I told him Kahawa Sukari as where I'm now, it's far. Can't we meet at town? And then he told me, no. You come, when you reach at Kahawa Sukari Shell, call me. And then I called my ma. I told her, ma, the driver amesema ataki pole ya simu. Amesema niende nikampate wapi? Kahawa Sukari, na twende na wewe na twende na mtu mwingine. My ma told me, lakini mimi hajaniambia hivyo. Nikamwambia hapana, mimi hivyo ndo. By the way, I have that recording on my phone. Nikamwambia by the way, hajaniambia hivyo. Ameniambia anataka niende ni meet kahawa sukari. I should make a video apologizing to him and everything, or else he'll take me to the security, and he gave me an hour to do that.
Okay. Why were you calling her to kahawa sukari?
One, after I posted the video, the mom called me back. Akaniambia siku anataka ifike hapo, wacha hata nimwambie akupigie apologize. Nikamwambia if it will be sincere, mimi ni mtu, I'll forgive her. But because already the damage is done, I would love to meet you, your daughter, na mkuje na mtu mwingine, either an elderly person or your sister, ambayo atakuja ni apologize, nione she is sincere na anajirudia kenye alifanya ni makosa. And I told them, kwa hiyo video ukimsikiza ananitusia mama yangu, ananitusia watoto wangu, ananitusia familia, people she doesn't even know.
Okay. When she was insulting you and you are recording it and she was trying all these things, what was going through your head?
You see, in our business, kwanza the moment, you see, her drama started way back Jogoo Road. I didn't start even recording that video from Jogoo Road. There's a point alifungua dirisha akatoa kichwa nje, akaanza kuscream na nguvu sana akisema, rapist. The good thing, let me speak my truth. This is my truth. You will speak your truth.
When you are talking, he was very silent. So let him finish and then you'll get chance to...
She started shouting, rapist, nitoeni kwa hii gari. Huyu ni mwizi. That's when something clicked in my mind and told me, record this girl. By the time I was about to start recording, hata tu kukaa sana, akafungua gari mlango tena. And I told her, hii gari venye unafungua mlango hivyo, utaigongesha. That's why she started saying, hii gari sasa ni nini? Unajisikia na hii ni tuktuk ama ni nini? Hii ni mkebe. Hii hata ni gari ama ni nini? And I told her, no, hii ndio gari yenye umerequest ikukujie. She's saying here that I did very wrong not taking her to a police station. When you requested and the orders that I was given by your parents were simple, mulete kwangu nyumbani, and I was on conversation with the mom throughout akiniambilia njia, because she refused even to show me the way to their place. So I had to keep on calling the mom. Throughout we were on the conversation with the mom on phone. And that's when I slowed down when I got there. Because I asked her, "Suni oneshe tu kwenu na tuko karibu." She told me, mpigie huyo mama akuambilie. I continued talking to the mama akiniambilia. Baka hiyo wakati unaruka kwa gari.
Kwa nini kwa video hakuna mali naruka?
So you insist she jumped out of the car, anasema...
Wakati tulifika hapo Total, mimi hata ulize mama yake, mimi sikumfikisha kwa mlango. Mimi nilifika kwa mlango ya kina huyu nikiwa peke yangu, and I have a video.
No, yeye anasema ulisimama akashuka. Yeye anasema ulisimama.
Gari ilikuwa imesimama nikichukua direction cause mahali nilikuwa naambiliwa sikuwa nashika. So I had to stop to be sure kwenye I'm headed ni the right place. She found that as an opportunity.
So
akafungua gari akakanyanga hivi na akashuka. So mimi I alighted, sasa hiyo ni confirm na mama yake, namwambia msichana ameshuka gari. Nifanye aje? Akaniambia hapo kuna mtu mwingine yeyote hapo. Kukakuwa there is a lady anaishi tu hapo juu, niliona hata akifungua mlango. Akakuja akasikiza kidogo akaenda. Akaniuliza hakuna mtu mwingine, nikamwambia kuna soldiers wako tu hapa kando, nikawapea simu. Hao ndio wakaniambilia pahali unaambiliwa enda hivi 200 meters turn left utamkuta hapo. Nikamwacha. Mamake akatoa gari sasa ndiye akuje amchukue na mimi namfuata nyuma. Ulikuja kama umeshika mangomongo mawe zinatoshana sijui nini. Ukirusha.
Did you do that? Ulikuwa na nini na mawe?
Sikumbuki nikichukua mawe.
Au kumbuki hiyo part, but the rest unakumbuka. But kwa mawe is where you draw the line. Wow.
It's not where you draw the line.
It's where you forget.
No? Hata kwa you see the video part 2.
No, umekumbuka ukiruka nje ya gari venye alisimama ukaruka, ukakumbuka Odema akiongea na wewe, ukakumbuka ukiingia kwa gari ya mama yako. Unakumbuka ukimenyana na mama yako?
Hakuna mali tulimenyana na mamangu.
When your mother was stopping you, mamako alikuchapa?
Even after he left, mamangu alinichapa.
So, ukitaka kupiga gari yake na mawe, mamako alikuwa anakustop? You don't remember that part?
The only thing I remember is my mom blocked his car. His car was behind and my mom's car was hapa mbele. Na nilikuwa natembea peke yangu and there was a bodaboda guy alinifuata nyuma.
Okay.
That bodaboda guy alikuwa na the Masai. When we reached there, the Masai told my mom, nimekuja nikifuata msichana, afanye nini? Afike. Nikawapita na nikaenda na nikawaacha hapo sijui akiongea nini. Nikarudi and the time nikirudi ndo alikuwa ameshikilia simu yake, and hapo ndo niliona hizo video. Nikamwambia ulikuwa unanichukua video? Akaniambia nilikuwa nakuchukua video. You even told my mom your car has
to see a video. Hakuna kitu tungerizo na wewe.
You didn't tell
stop
my mom.
Lying. I told your mom we normally record videos. There is nowhere me and you we sat down to watch anything. Hata ungenikaribia.
I've not said we watched.
You said you saw the video from your mom. I showed your mom, which is a lie.
Well, you didn't show my
there
mom
is
a
nowhere
video.
me and you we sat down to see any video.
Saying your car
even
has a
your
camera.
mom did not see the video, but
your car has a camera.
I assured her I have recorded you for the purpose of my safety, because you had raised allegations that you had threatened me that you will report that I have raped you, and you had even told me, you had assured me that your mom will believe anything you tell her and your dad will believe anything you tell her. I had to do that video to protect my family, because itaenda kupoesha uji nimeambiwa nimerape mtu, bibi yangu na mtoto ateseke, na mtu aende raise allegations. Ukienda na huko uende kufanyiwe test ionekane ni ukweli ulikuwa umerara na mtu na ulikuwa kwa Brian, alafu niende ndani. Yeah? There are things I wouldn't have allowed it to go that's why I had to record.
Cut a long story short, Derek.
You even told me to go and sleep with your mom, sijui anataka Ben 10, sijui mimi siwezi mtoshereza, sijui
what. Hakuna part kama hiyo inacheza kwa video.
It's there. When they always it's there. You are telling me I can't siwezi mtoshereza mama yako, and I asked you.
Tu swali. Unanipeleka kwa mamangu akufanyie nini?
Okay, so this is a story. I understand, Derek, you're very agitated, you're angry, and you are not doing anything to solve the situation. You are adding the agitation.
I want to talk, but he's not even letting me, so how will I even?
One, you talk very slow. Two, we are now repeating the same thing 50 times. We've been here for like 2 hours, so we need to wrap up.
By,
Hello? Anybody home?
Yes.
Yeah, we are here. We are waiting for you.
Derek Mbogwa, my apologies to you. I did you wrong. I insulted you all that way. And you are a good man. You really wanted to take me home. That's why you reached me where we reached. I believe I've read the comment section, people saying, ungenipiga kofi, sijui nilale, unizime. Wengine wanasema ungeniachanisha huko kwenye nilikuwa nataka. Okay, that's what I really wanted, but that's not what you did. I am one person who owns mistakes. Hata venye ulipost hapo, kuna comment yangu hapo. Sindo? You saw my comment, right? You did. Niliandika nini?
You said sorry to me and to everybody watching. You are drunk.
The time I saw it, na nimeacha pombe. You said I'm not remorseful for it. The first thing I saw that video, I didn't even delete my Facebook account. I went ahead and said, I am sorry to the Uber driver. I didn't even know it was him. Later on, ndo nilirudi nikaangalia picha ndo nikaona aya, huyu ndo alinibeba jana. So I said, I am sorry to the Uber driver, because I didn't even know the person who posted it was the Uber driver. I said, I am sorry to the Uber driver and everybody watching this. Na nimeacha pombe. I am sorry to everyone who watched that video. It was not even a good video to do. It is not a good picture of me being in that situation. I guess I just had my own issues and it was not even necessary to bring it up on you or anything. You did nothing wrong to me, but the fact that ulikuwa unanilazimisha nifanye kitu sitaki, that's why I did what I did. And it's not even a good thing to brag about it or boost my chest of it. And I didn't understand why, because hata nikikwambia pole kwa simu, you were so really determined kunipeleka police station. And mimi ningetaka tu hiyo siku ungenipeleka hiyo police station nilikuwa nakwambia nipeleke, I think atungekuwa hapa sahi. Ama venye niliingia kwa hiyo gari yako, Nikakuuliza mbona umenigonga macho, ukaniambia mamako ameniambia nikupeleke home, nikakwambia si lazima nipeleke, you're not my father, you're not my dad. You're not my mom, you're not my dad. I would have appreciated a lot if you just left me hapo, because the same way I took your Uber and requested your Uber, si Masai alinirequestia Uber, ni mimi nilijirequestia. So I was not comfortable going with your car. That's my problem, and that was my major problem. You could have just called my ma, told her msichana wako amenilemea, wacha nimwache hapa, na ameniambia nimwache. Ama venye uliona siko sawa.
Are you apologizing or justifying?
I'm not justifying. Wait kidogo Obinna, I'm getting there.
Because you've deviated.
Wait.
Now you're just telling him what he should have done. You do know that already happened.
I'm explaining as to why I did what I did. That's what I'm doing.
It's already happened. It's gone. What under the bridge? We just need to apologize, make amends.
I've already done that.
It's okay. If you feel you've done it, it's fine.
Yes, I've apologized. By the way, on a sincere note, I am sorry to you, your family, your friends, and everybody who is watching this, Derek Mbogwa, and to the world, to Kenya, to all Uber drivers, to my ma, to my pa, to my siblings, to my family. I am so apologetic on this, and nothing like this will ever happen again. That's a promise.
Derek, anything you want to say to her? Because I understand you had placed a court case, your lawyer was following up. When I called you, told me you don't even want to talk about it because it's in court. And I told you before you get to that measure, let's sit and talk and see if we can find a solution.
You see, Oga, I'm a human being, and I don't do what I do when I have another option. I'm not a thief. As she's stating very well, she was in another cab wenye ilimuibia. Hii ni cab different sana. I didn't expect you to treat me as if I'm the one umeshuka kwa hiyo gari ingine yenye umeshuka. Because how, according to me, how she treated me the whole of this journey, she treated me like it's as if she was in my car yenye ilifanya apoteze vitu zake. I was very innocent. All along akinitusi, abusing my kids, my children, my mother. You don't even know my mom.
I'm sorry.
Oga, I had told you I'm not coming to this show because
I'm sorry.
Derek, pole.
Oga, we are men and we go through a lot of things. If the words this lady was calling me, telling me mimi ni malaya, all those words, if they were coming from me, nikimwambia, where would I be right now? Every woman leader in this country would be against me right now. Right now, I would be in industrial area somewhere casing a case that I'm very innocent. But just because it's a lady who has said, you have said here that I bet you, umesema your mom alikuchapa. Now between Derek, who dropped you home, and your mom, nani alikupiga?
Ulini drag kwa gari yako, kuongea tu kweli.
You see one thing, Mr. Obinna, when you notice that I was not appropriate to take you home, or you didn't like maybe my reception or how I looked or the car, or maybe you noticed that hungekuwa safe na mimi nikikupeleka nyumbani, there is always an option. You could have cancelled the ride and you request another guy, either a lady driver. There are so many options.
Okay.
But as for me, I decided to do this. Okay, this is a lady. She's in between somewhere. She's not even able to explain how she got herself there. As a man and as a person who has sisters and as a person who has children somewhere, would it have been appropriate for me to leave this lady in the middle of nowhere? I had to bear with her, not looking at her behavior, all those words. I was really feeling the pain inside me. But I decided I'll play calm. And thank God I had that video, because if I wouldn't have had that video, sahi akuje kwa hii show ya Oga Obinna, akuje hapa aseme Derek the Uber guy who carried me yesterday did this and that. If I didn't have that video, every Kenyan watching this would have believed her story. That I'm a rapist, that I've done all that to her. It is painful. When I called you, I told you, if you are really sincere and you really want to apologize, I will only have a sit down with you, your mom, either with your elder sister or someone elderly. And I told you my pain, it's not even about abusing me as an Uber driver or something. It's about you putting in my mom there, putting in my children that you don't even know, putting in my wife. I have relatives, I have brothers. So many people saw everything that you are telling me. I'll just tell you I've forgiven you.
You don't have to.
I have forgiven you.
But I am sorry.
I have forgiven you. But my sister, ini dunia, enda pole pole. Next time you'll find a driver who is also going the same pressure you had. Itakuwa mambo zingine, mtauana. I had decided to take this thing into another level with the support of my family. I have wakilis in my home. I can even pay for I had decided to do all this just to teach you a lesson. But because I'm human, and for the respect I have for Obinna, I will let go. But respect people no matter what work they are doing. You need mtu wa kuchoma mahindi because on the way utahitaji kakitu kakuuma. Utahitaji mtu huyo mwenye anakuuzia vitu kwa gari ukienda safari. All these people, respect them. Anyone you meet on your way, respect them. Their words you cannot get to a point. Right now you have been in this sit down with Obinna for just 2 hours. You can't start being biased and calling him names because you don't know him. There are things you told me and I felt, this lady, why is she telling me this? And yes, she doesn't even know me.
Sorry.
Respect is two-way. Once you give someone respect, you are respected. Tell me how I'm supposed to respect you, knowing very well all those things that you insulted me. Me, I've let go and I've forgiven you. And don't ever do that to anybody else in your life. It is very painful. I told you one day you will have children and you will not want them to go through the same. If your child one day becomes an Uber driver, which you don't have a stamp to sign anywhere, you might be bringing up the next Uber drivers. You don't know, or even Makanga. You don't know who you will bring. You might even bring a thief. So respect people and pray to God that let me have a difference in future. Let my life and my kids, let their life be different. But you don't start dramas the way you did. I really felt bad.
Okay. Obinna, I have a few words to tell Derek.
Okay.
Just like you said, I don't know you. I had no right to insult you with your people. It's so painful because if it was done to me too, I wouldn't have felt nice. So I would want to take this opportunity to apologize to you. To me, I understand I did wrong and I didn't have to insult you. I had the right to keep quiet, of which I didn't. You forgiving me is partially. I still have an apology to make to everyone who watched that video. I didn't really have to do what I did, and that's not really me, and it doesn't matter right now. I did what I did. I cannot take back my words, but all what I can say is I am sorry. No one deserves to be insulted. No one deserves to go through what Derek did, and I am thankful to Derek because if he didn't take that video viral, I wouldn't be here apologizing to him or apologizing to anyone. So I have no problem with you putting me on social media. Whatever has been said has been said. But now whatever I say to you is what I really mean. I am really sorry. Truly sorry from deep down my heart. before I came here, I talked to my farm. That's why I was late. I had to tell them I'm coming for a show, and I knew I had to apologize. That is one thing I knew. When I was coming to the cameras in front of everyone, I knew I had to apologize to everyone. As much as my friends are telling me it's not a big issue, yeah, it's a big issue, because if I wasn't stopped by him, maybe I would have done much worse. You see, I would have done much worse to another person, and maybe that person would have not understood me like he did understand me. Maybe that person would have beaten me up really bad or done something else to me that people will not even understand what went wrong. I am sorry I let out my bitterness to you and to your farm. I guess it's because I don't have to really say it, but on that very day, as I was drinking, I don't know if I have to say it on camera. Wow. I lost my brother 10 years ago, and it really does hurt me, but it's no reason to what I did to you.
Wow.
It doesn't make
You've
sense.
decided to bring your brother who died 10 years ago.
He didn't die. He just got lost.
Or he just disappeared
Yeah, alienda.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
You decided to bring him as an excuse for what happened.
No, it's
Okay.
not an excuse. I'm just saying, on that day I was just angry with myself.
Okay.
Yeah, on that day, I can't remember hata how nilifika Makadara, but I would say he's a God-sent person because
Now you realize. Sawa. Because now we're repeating the same thing, so let me wrap up, okay? So first of all, no apology comes with a but. Should just say, I apologize, I'm sorry. Don't
I am
go
sorry.
with but, but. No apology comes with a but. Okay? Derek, a lot of men want to know how you did it. Because a lot of men have been watching the video, they're like, huyu angekuwa ni mimi. Guy, wai. Watu wanaangalia wanasema, nini ni mbaya na huyu mwanaume? Huyu si mwanaume. Oh. A lot of men want to know how you manage to ground yourself. Just briefly. How did that happen? Because everything, bro, you are told a lot of bad, terrible things. How did you do it?
You see, my brother Obinna, as we live in this life, we learn by mistakes. And I would say, every day there is something new that you learn. Oga Obinna, there is a time I was in jail, in a remand. And not that I had done what I was being accused of. Ilikuwa story ya uongo. And when I got there at the remand, I got to interact with a lot of people there. I got to understand why most men are in those jails. I got to learn that 70% of the people in jail are very innocent. We would laugh at night, talk with these people who have very big cases, mtu amekelewa mpaka rape. And then when you come to realize, it is just a cooked story. So me, I know what a cooked story can lead to. And as I took this video, and as she called me all those names, I knew that it is a taxi driver and a customer, but it can get to another level. When it's going to court, it will be a rapist versus a victim, a lady victim. And you see what the court does, what the magistrate does is simple. If, for example, she went to a police station that day and said that I have raped her, what police will do, they will give her a letter and they will ask her to go to a government hospital for checkups. Then she will come with the report and they will write a statement on the OB and give her an OB number, and then investigations will start. Already I've been accused. The person who has been accused is so and so. There are links that are showing, yes, I was with her. When I get to the magistrate the police will have done their work. They'll just tell the magistrate, huyu tumemshika na amestakiwa na kurape msichana so and so. The magistrate will not listen to me. It will be a simple question. Do you agree with this mastaka or you don't? Then I'll say no because I know I did not do it. Immediately, I'll be given either a cash bill or a bond. Be it either expensive or affordable. Naweza ambiwa hata ni 500,000 ndio nikesie nje. Remember, I've not yet been sentenced or sijaambiwa ati niko guilty bado. So I'll be casing a case of rape whether I did it or not. If I don't have the 500,000 to pay for the bond or cash bill, najipata industrial area hivyo. Naenda kukesia capital offense. For me, I was ready to take any insult. But I was not ready to leave her on the roadsides. That one I was not ready. Because I knew the repercussions. If this lady, for example, and how she was biased and all that, if angetoka kwa gari yangu, the next day, ajipate kwa mwanaume mwingine, either she has been dragged, or a motorbike aisimamishe kwa barabara akarie. The next day, apatikane mahali either ameuliwa, ama apatikane mahali amerepiwa kwa roji. Who would be the first person to be suspected? Yeah. Ni mimi, because we had even gone to another level of communicating with the relatives. They know I am with her, and they know that the person who is with her, they even have my contact. So either way, mimi hata agenitusi aje ama aje, I was ready to take her home. I did not allow anger to carry me, because I knew if I got angry, the whole situation would have changed. Saizi ningekuwa ndani na kesi ya kitu yenye sijui. So for me, I just felt good. Hata wakati mamake alienda kutoa gari sasa amchukue, nikaona hata ndio huyu anakuja akiokota mawe anirushie. I was so happy inside my heart knowing that at least mama yake wameshikana. Hata nikitoka hapo walikuwa wanang'ang'ana kushikana hivi. I made sure nimechukua ka video kadogo. At least nilikuwa na ka evidence nimemwacha na mama yake. Because we are living in a very cruel world.
Okay. Wow. Okay, that was something, ladies and gentlemen. The idea behind this, when I posted the video, I really wanted to bring the two of them together and see if we can make amends, and gladly it's happened. So thank you for the both of you for coming, for honoring the invite. Asanteni sana. Derek, you're a bit skeptical, but finally you came. Asante sana. Thank you for forgiving her as well. And this is what I would say. We have a lot of boy children who are suffering because we are not considered human beings. I've been there. Many of my friends have been there. Like you said, I know a lot of people in prison who will tell you, bro, I'm innocent, I didn't do this. And most of the people who have accused them, most of the time it's normally gender-based violence. If it's towards the woman, or the woman said it was towards her, the man is normally arrested most of the time before anything. Like I was looking at the situation and I was thinking, if you are the one who was hurling the insults to her and she was a female driver, bro, right now, you'd be in jail. And if anything happened to her on that night, like you've said, bro, right now you'd be in jail. No matter how it happened, even if you're innocent. So we have a lot of people who are going through that because even the government has not put in places systems to support boy child. That's why I'm always advocating for let's create awareness for gender-based violence against men. Because all the time you see even adverts saying, girls can say no, but even men or boys can say no. You see, we also get hurt, we also bleed, we're also human beings. We are people's husbands, sons, cousins, nephews, whatever it is. We're also human beings. So every other person who's doing these things out here, just know that the man in question is also a human being above all. We have women who have just sat out here and they know the men they were with were innocent. The men are in jail, or were mob justice and they died, or whatever happened, or they were disrespected even on social media or anything. If you know you are a lady and you did that, it's time to make amends. Just like she's done, come out and say this was wrong. I apologize. I wrongly accused this person. Let them be free. We have a lot of people who are suffering situations that were not theirs. And for boy child, never ever in your life lay a hand on a woman. Whether you are right, whether you are wrong, whether she deserves it, whether she doesn't deserve it, whether she lays her hands on you first, whether she doesn't, you should never ever. The reason is this: two things. One, you should never humanly lay a hand on another human being. Number two, bro, whether you lay a hand on her or you don't lay a hand on her, if the woman says you physically assaulted her, your life is done. Okay? Walk away. Which brings me to my next point. Always, as a man, have evidence. Bro, you did very well to record. I always tell boy child, the minute you get in an altercation with any female, record. It will save your life. It saved me. It has saved you. It has saved 1, 2, 3 other guys. Because you'll say, Mimi nilisema, you know, like now you said, when I called her and I called you and I told you, bro, I've called her, she's DM'd me, she's coming for the interview. If you don't come, her side will be heard. Nobody will hear your side. So just come and talk for you and for another boy child somewhere who's going through a similar thing. So that we start creating awareness. Let's stop gender-based violence against women. And in the same breath, let's stop gender-based violence against men. A woman should never lay a hand on a man. And a man should never lay a hand on a woman. If it's not working, let it go. Whether it's business, it's a relationship. But it's relationship, whether it's business or love or any other thing or marriage, it's a relationship either way. You see? And for a man, if you're talking to a lady, most of the time have evidence. Text, it's easier than phone call. Phone call can never be retrieved. Text, ndio hii, nilimwambia hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi. And bro, when a woman says no, and I will say this thing, I've told my friends all the time, even if ni demi yako amekuja kwako na akakwambia hapana leo haiwezi, bro, achana naye. Because if you force her, it is rape. I have daughters, I would not want this to happen to them. I have a son, I would not want anything like this to happen to him. I have friends who have seen go through the same situation. So whatever you did was wrong. The insult, the disrespect, the everything.
Yes.
Whatever you did was okay to cover your ass. But the minute you got to the venue and found the way she was, you could have chosen not to carry her. So it's a decision that you also made. It's like someone getting in a relationship with a toxic person and you can see, but unasema tu, wacha tujaribu. So that's what you did because you are focused on the money. Maybe it was from a good place. You're like, sani kimwacha hapa uni sistangu. But bro, if you left alone there, you could not have gone through. Ungefika tu seme, huyu siyo tukipelekana, pole sana madam, cancel, request nyingine. We would not be seated here. And if this thing went south, until today, you would have been saying, I wish singembeba. Okay? Anything that goes online stays there for life. What you did will haunt you till death. Trust me, I've been on these streets, I know. That video, you'll go to look for a job, you'll find another relationship, you'll do whatever, your children, whatever. They'll always be looking at the video and like, Mom, what was happening? Your husband will be like, babe, your parents, your friends, your bosses, every other person will be like that. Okay?
Yeah, understood.
All right? So, let's just try and be sane. And for the government and any other person who is from the government who's watching, let's try and create gender-based violence safe centers for boy child as well, where they can call someone and talk to them. Like now, he needs counseling. You also need counseling because it's very clear you're going through something. You need to let it out somehow. He needs counseling because of what he went through with you. You've seen a grown-ass man cry on live television, on Obinna TV. Tomorrow is going to be ridiculed. You see what has happened today? Bro, this is what I'll tell you. What you did, according to me, was right. But right now, there's someone who's watching this and is like, Nini bana umtu? You are ashamed. Shame on you. You are wrong. You did this and this and this. What you did, according to me, was wrong. But there's some feminist somewhere who sit around and is like, power to the girl child. She did the right thing. Mutukane kabisa. He's a useless man. He's whatever. So anything you do, bro, there'll always be two sides. The people will support you. The people will support her. The people will be against it. But as you do things in life, do the right thing. So let's try and sensitize. For the parents who are watching, talk to your girls. Talk to your boys. Let them know how to relate with each other. So let's avoid this, okay? I hope this will not happen again with any other person, not only Uber drivers, maybe your relationship, family, and everything. Because now all this is a big shame to the family. Yeah. Your parents are being told about this with their friends and everything. For you, your kids, your wife, or your girlfriend, or whoever, I don't know about it, but probably your family is also looking at you differently. Mbona ukumpiga ngumi? Mbona ukumslap? Mbona? People always have that. But you did the right thing. You didn't lay a hand on her. And for that, we congratulate you. And that is the reason why I called you here, because I also wanted to reward you. So, for the people watching, and you believe the driver did the right thing, I want us to give him a small token of appreciation. Okay? So he'll give us his number. From wherever you're watching, send him anything. 20 bob, 50 bob, 100 bob, 1,000 bob, whatever. Just tell him thank you for taking care of our sister when she was not in a normal mental state and he got her home safe. You've seen the video. So tafadhali, if you feel it in your heart, just send him anything that you have with you. Okay? Your phone number?
07
03 192 710. Mpaka umejua hiyo namba? Ati hebu sema. Mpaka amekram hiyo namba. Ati 07
03 192 910
710.
Yes,
Kindly send him anything that you feel, just to tell him thank you for taking care of our sister while she could not take care of herself and he got her home safe. All right? On top of that, I'm going to give you a voucher. You go to Teshi's Beauty Place. Wakufanye tu massage. Wakuscrub, wakumassage, wakukande, upige mwili pole. You can redeem it any time of the week. Okay? Teshi's wako Kilimani na wako Next Gen Mall. They are my people. And I'll give you a chance to just go there. Upige tu mwili pole. Okay? Sawa, bro? Yeah. Okay? On top of that, do I need that?
Obinna,
yes.
before you finish,
Yeah, you can say. Yeah.
To Obinna, thank you.
Okay.
Because if we didn't do this show, I would still feel
Guilty.
shameful and guilty. It's not a good act that I did that. Most of people out here are judging me. You have a right to do that. And anything that comes to me, it's embraced, because whatever I did is not a round of applause to be done. But I would like to thank this man, Derek Mbogwa, for being the bigger person in the whole situation. I understand I would have faced a lot that night, but he chose to stood by me, by my side.
Okay.
I really never had to do what I did to you, and my apologies to you, and thankful to you. I have now realized alcohol is not for me.
Pin the number, please. Pin the number. Pin the
Yes.
number. The number was 07
03
03
192
192
710.
710. Pin it up there so people are asking for it so they can send.
0703 192 710.
710. You're saying something?
Yes. So to finish it up,
Yeah.
I would just want to say something to the society, to ladies like me, maybe younger, older. Let's know our limits. No matter whatever is in your head, just don't throw it on anyone. People have feelings. He has a heart too. I have felt really bad seeing his tears. It's not even a good picture. I didn't want it to get to that extent.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you for forgiving me, and I am so humbled for what you've done and for just coming here and face me and making amends. I'm just grateful for it.
Thanks to Obinna.
All right. So on that note, because also you are a gentleman, so also Style Hub are going to be giving you luku sapitia pale Royal Fit Style Hub. I'll give you their contacts. Wako Westlands, Karuna Close, Bavaria Gardens shop number 1. Wakupatia luku moja safi, wakwambia tu you are a gentleman, ukae fit nayo. And also on top of that, Miale, where we are today, they are our hosts. Wanatukaribishanga hapa sana, wamesema because you are a gentleman, and if it's another person they could have reacted differently, and you didn't do anything bad and you protected our sister, they want to reward you as well. So number one, they're giving you lunch or dinner for you and your person. You come and eat whatever you'll eat. Ask for miale special. Ni kuku ingine tengenezwa vizuri. On top of that, they are adding you 50,000 Kenya shillings just to say thank you for being a gentleman and being an amazing human being and being an amazing Kenyan. Okay? So Miale Lounge, which is in Lavington, our host, they are giving you 50,000 Kenya shillings cash. Tukimaliza hivi tunakupatia. Unaenda nayo kusema ni asante sana.
Thank you.
Okay? So thank you so much, Derek. Thank you, my staff, for coming.
Yeah.
For every other person who's watching, Derek's number is on the page. Send him anything just to tell him thank you. No matter how small, no matter how big, it's gonna go a long way to just appreciate him and also appreciate other men out here who are like him and are not celebrated. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll meet you guys next week, same place, same time, inshallah.